Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 13. Mathis, take it away.
Welcome back. Hell no, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. Welcome back to this In Providence episode 13. As always, I'm your storyteller, and I'm joined today by three of my players, Bub, Dot, and Josh. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome.
It's good to see you guys. It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Man, life has been
Glad to be back.
relentless for us lately, and I'm just happy to fucking be playing this game again. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. It's been about a month, I think, maybe a little longer. Before we jump in, I just want to say thank you guys for being so patient. Obviously there are a couple times where we did plan on playing and then life just happened and there's nothing we could do about it. So we very much appreciate your patience while you wait for us to come back. We should be good to be here. As for the foreseeable future, I say that, knowing God knows what life might throw at us, but, we're looking pretty good for the foreseeable future now. Con season is wrapping up. And we're just excited to be back. For those of you who are at Patreon and supported us through all that, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And if you are over on, if you're curious about Patreon, you can head over there, patreon.com/podbynight, throw us a few bucks to support us, get some after shows in the process, and our thanks. Other than that, yeah, there's really I feel like there's so much we should be saying, but it's like, no, there's not much. Other than life has been chaos, there's not much that I need to remind anybody of. If you haven't yet joined our Discord is free to join. Please jump into the community. There's been chatting about the show, even though we've been away. So there's a constantly active community there. And yeah, we'll see Tracy and Maggie back within the next week or two.
When life gives them to us, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's just like a day-to-day thing where we're getting pulled in all directions.
That's the benefit of having a larger cast, though, is we can get together with not everybody and still play and do a show. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting us and following us here on Twitch. If you want to support us here on Twitch, you can subscribe to us here, get some emotes, the whole Twitch shtick. If you want to just give us Jeff Bezos' money with the Twitch Prime, that's always a good way to do it. His money's better in our hands than in his hands.
True.
And yeah, that's about all I can think of, I think. So, if we're good, is there anything else I should mention that I'm forgetting? I just throw it to you. No, but before we open, I am going to throw it to either Bub or Dot to recap everybody as to what happened last time, because it's been so long. And yeah, we talked a little bit about it, but the audience is here. Maybe not everybody refreshed themselves.
Sure.
Bub, you're a fellow DM. So are you, Dot. So are you, Josh. So what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody's a DM. Bub, why don't you? I usually throw it to Dot or Tracy. So why don't you give us a recap this time around? I'm trying to look for another reason to tell you to do this.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got you. I mean, we're all
that doesn't matter.
We're all storytellers here.
Yeah. Last
right?
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Please.
Let's see. Last time on. Oh, good God! On this show. Okay, so a lot's happened. It's been a month.
Good God,
Bear with
on
me.
This show. Do we want to let Dot recap?
No,
Do you want me to tell you where we start?
Right? I think we piggyback.
Yeah. Okay.
on
So
some things
we
here.
started the episode after the dude's face was blown off, basically in the door. Right. Yeah.
And we knew immediately he was a kindred, right? Because
correct. Because he didn't die.
And we saw dusting, right? The blood started to kind of dust.
And we saw a shadow behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got his body moved to the basement, and we were asked to go see the prince.
Yes, we were.
But you knew you were waiting for, because you already met with Bosley, and this was just for David. However,
oh wait, did I? This wasn't the episode where I went to dinner with my sire, was it? It was.
It was. A lot happened. Our last episode was busy.
You're right. So we were told the prince was going to reach. Yep, we went to New York. We came back. Dude got shot on the doorstep.
Correct.
Then, sorry, Josh. I'm putting all of these events in order now.
New York by the Camarilla.
That's right.
I would say we relented ourselves to the sheriff of. Well, okay, so no,
Hounds.
This was not
Hounds.
last episode. This is not last episode. We're gonna fill Leon in person.
We need to piggyback just a little bit.
Piggyback.
So
yep.
we went to New York, right? And we wanted to get Magpie, Marcus. It was going.
This was 2 episodes ago.
It was going pretty smoothly until it came time to the decision to. Sometimes you gotta push the baby bird out of the nest so it'll fly. In this case, the baby bird was a 500-pound gargoyle named David, and they sent David to Marcus's house alone at 3 a.m. to acquire him.
What a alone? We were on the street. We were trying to give you a chance to ask about him.
Yeah.
It didn't go as planned.
Right. No plan survives first contact with players. And this is exactly what happened. I rang the doorbell. Nothing happened. I rang it again, and somebody opened the window like second story above and basically cussed me out. It's 3 a.m. What do you want? And said I was looking for Marcus. They hesitated, said there ain't no Marcus here, and they shut it, which I was able to determine through a successful roll that there was a pause enough that I could sense he was lying. Plus some merits allowed me to detect when people are lying to me.
So David broke in.
I broke in.
Yeah.
Woke the old couple.
You're like, well, I guess
let me just get us to the woke the old couple.
I did.
Magpie ran for it. Janet hit him with a car.
Yep.
Volunteered him to get in.
David was shot in the chest.
David got shot in the chest. We scooped everybody up. All we wanted to do was get the hell out of Dodge. So we start heading home, and on our way out of town, we are stopped by the sheriff and by the hounds.
The hounds.
Because there was
New York City,
shot, and then there was no masquerade cleanup immediately.
Yeah,
immediately.
We did
the best we could.
Yeah.
Janet sees this as an opportunity to just not become criminals and pulls over to meet said to answer for our wrongdoings. They say that Magpie has been under watch. Magpie has not revealed this to us. That he's not supposed. He's a VIP and is not supposed to leave town.
Correct.
We
neither was David.
No, correct. That is correct.
Okay. Yes, we admit that we fucked up. We answered to the popo. They say we're gonna have to report this, but at least you turned yourselves in.
Basically, like go home.
Go the fuck home. And we're like, cool.
We volunteered all of our details, so we weren't like doing something extremely against the law.
Yeah,
right.
You really were. Yeah. You were like, okay, well, here's all of our names.
We didn't kidnap him. He came of his own free will.
I would like to highlight something. It was my favorite and the funniest part of the episode is when David got shot. Elspeth runs in, and these people are audibly like shook by the fact that I just took a shotgun blast to the chest. And she goes, "Oh no, my brother's not well," and she grabbed my arm and ran out.
Yeah. There was there was zero masquerade at all. She just saw them. She's like, I guess we should just get him out of here.
Get him out of here. So we go home. Now we've hit last episode. When we arrived, dude was shot on the doorstep. Bruja showed up, knock, door opens, blast to the face.
That was the end of the episode.
That was the end of that episode. We started with the moving of the Bruja, cleaning up the mess, being met by a messenger that said the prince is going to be calling for you. Get your ducks in order. So Janet said, well, now it's time to fucking hunt my sire down. So she went and had a meeting with her sire in which Elspeth and David thought about spying on, and she suggested that was a bad idea. And they went to go get food for the Bruja so that as his face fucking heals back up, he has something to feed on. Then the prince came a-calling.
It was fast. It was hours.
It was fast.
We thought it was going to be like a night. It was hours.
I'll skip the details of the dinner with Sire, but it didn't go well.
Real bad.
With Janet. Yeah, it was not. It was, y'all thought your Sire was bad. Didn't go great. Show up to the prince also doesn't go great. I can tell you in short that we said nothing during that scene. It was silent nods as the prince ripped us a new fucking asshole.
Yeah, one of the times I wrote out a monologue like I used to do for just around the corner.
We're getting your. Are you quiet in Zoom?
Oh, motherfucking Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom is suppressing you again.
We're looking at new options, everybody. Yeah. And then we came back, and the prince basically told us because of our fuck up, we are fuck ups. We're now also a coterie, like it or not. And we have to answer for this together, the three of us. But by losing everything, and by everything Janet owns, it's gone. House, everything. And
the reason it was so fast was because it was an international incident, quote unquote. Like New York reached out and basically looked down.
Yeah, she did. She didn't like being embarrassed at our expense, and she took everything from Janet. We had 48 hours. We were basically told we have 48 hours to clear house, get the fuck out.
We have to stay. We're grounded for 6 months.
Yeah, we're stuck inside the city for 6 months.
You can't leave the city for 6 months, correct. And then after that, you owe a boon to New York and to Boston.
Now, that being said, Janet also delivered information about the strange little mystery that we've gotten wrapped up in since we first got to the docks to her sire to say, I think that the Ventru are in danger. Somebody is trying to set the Ventru Primogen up.
we were also tasked with one more thing. We were tasked as we were leaving. This might be the boon to the city, actually. She, in a favor to get them off her case because they broke in the middle of her monologue. It was the Tremere guy who was like, "Hey, my fucking package is missing. This is important. My package is missing. It was at the docks. It's not there anymore. I need to find my package." And she was like, "I'm busy, idiot. You now all of you have to do this. You're doing this for me. You're going to help him find the package."
Oh, that's right. We have to help this person find the lost package, which we may actually have.
It's
just
either,
the walking in front of him, which tells you the Tremere doesn't know. That Tremere, at the very least,
doesn't know that was the package. So, we're in deep shit, and we basically ended with Janet saying, being very mad at everybody because she never wanted to go to New York to begin with, and she said we ought to keep our noses out of it. And now she's lost everything. So she's making phone calls to the mob to readjust their situation.
Yes.
Because we are not going to have anywhere to live if she doesn't.
The deduction was, and I think you guys already figured out, that David was the package. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we were all kind of like,
the only other thing, it's like literally like a 10% chance it's either David or it's the box, because we know the box isn't completely normal either.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you don't know. It could be both too. Who knows?
So that we literally ended with us being like, well, fuck, start packing your bags.
Yeah. So you were making phone calls to the mob. All right, cool. So without further ado, then I think that recap was phenomenal.
You got 2 episodes out of us today, everybody.
Josh needed a double episode recap.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So without
I think
further
I'm
ado,
caught up.
I think you are caught up. Well, last time
we'll get you caught up in character too.
Leon, Leon's gonna get an earful, but your character last you saw of them was you giving them information as to where Magpie was, and they were gonna go to New York, and you had nothing to do with them going to New York. That's it.
Yeah, which is good because he was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you weren't, which was
and then Janet suggested you not go, so count yourself
so
lucky.
You've been looking through for voice, like an ID on a couple of the people that you got some faces on. That it's been less than 48 hours since you've spoken to Janet. Basically,
Magpie did inform us though at the same time how his magic works, which is it's like technology magic. How he basically just thinks of magic and he loops it into the way that he thinks that a computer functions, and it just happens.
It's a physical manifestation of his magic.
So like the information in regards to what David is and David was, he viewed it as like a partition in a drive, and he embedded the memory onto a flash drive. And that flash drive is now available.
Yeah. We can talk. We're going to get to the flash drive. We have that in our possession now, don't we? Or we know where it's at?
No, you know where it is, though. You know where it is.
Yeah, we're going to go get that.
No, we got that. We got that.
Oh, did you go get it?
We already got that.
I thought we got
Yeah, we went and got that.
This is why we need refreshers. But yeah, it's a hard drive.
It's a hard drive, which is perfect. We have a hacker, and I need it. We need to get the memories off of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So without further ado, then, let's set the scene, rein things in, and see what our coterie has been up to. As we open our scene and we fade in from black, we actually open up with the sound of the front door of Janet's home closing gently with a click. And instead of hearing 2 pairs of footprints, while in the background we can hear Janet's voice, not quite clear in what it's saying, but clearly finishing a conversation on a phone. Not 2 pairs of feet, but 1. Janet, as you hang up the phone and walk out back to the front area of your home to see who's walking in, expecting to see both Elspeth and David, you simply see David walking in with the food that you asked them to acquire, a few bags of blood. It wasn't, you were only looking for bags of blood, right? Because it was for the Bruja particularly.
Correct. Yeah, we were looking. Yeah, that's correct. Because they went to the hospital. Y'all went to the hospital, right?
Correct. And as he walks in, Elspeth likely splintered off and went back to Salem for the next night or 2. But as you walk in, you were also expecting to see Leon in the next hour or 2. In that sea of phone calls you were making, you also made one to Leon. And Leon, on your end, I imagine it was, Janet, a curt phone call of be here within an hour. What would have Janet have said to Leon out of curiosity? I imagine the conversation would have been literally
it would have been like, get over here and bring your computer.
And that's all you would have gotten. And with Janet, that just, you do what you're told. She pays well, as much as she can be paying to work for. She pays well, and she's never stood you up or betrayed you in the past. And so you maybe clamp up a laptop and a few of your belongings, and in the front of the game of your kind of internet cafe, the usual single customers there playing. This time, as you walk by, it looks like he's playing Valorant. And as you leave, he probably gives you a half-hearted wave as he goes and steps up after dying, taking his headphones off and going to grab another energy drink out of the mini fridge that sits half-stocked over by the register where you occasionally get to collect money for people who come use this place. As you step out the door, there's no Betty to be seen. Janet probably would have also said, "Is Betty there?" or whatever, but no Betty to be seen. And you get into your clunky car and start driving off. Is there anything that particular that Leon would grab or do from his internet cafe that might be worth noting, or does he just grab his shit and go?
No, I think he does just. Yeah, you know what? I think at this point, he's going to put a crowbar in the back of his car.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's absolutely
as well
fair.
as a laptop. But aside from that,
we see you like maybe halfway out through the main front room before you stop, double back. You're like, hang on a second, and you go back into the office. We don't follow you back there. Our camera lingers on the outside shot with kind of the pale fluorescent light keeping the room lit. And as you step back out, we see in your hand a crowbar as you kind of weigh it for a minute. And you're like, now there's almost an air of confidence you didn't have for a moment, but now that you have a crowbar, there's a little bit of safety you can feel. I mean, Janet telling you to come over now maybe has never even happened. Her being this curt and this quick, maybe something very new. I don't think you've probably not been called in on an emergency or anything.
no.
So you get into your car, clunky as it roars up, hits the pothole in the parking lot on the way out, like you do every single time. You swear your back tire is getting looser every time you hit it. And now you peel up onto the road and start making your drive. It's not that far. It's maybe 30 minutes, I think we said before. As you drive down, we see the street lights. Our camera blurs ahead back to Janet's house. And Janet, you see David walking in. Is there anything you want to speak to David about Magpie, about anybody before Leon gets here?
Oh no, I'm on phone calls and the rest of them can fuck off at this point. I got shit I gotta do. The twins are already packing their bags. Like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You gave them that command when you walked in the door.
I was
so
like, pack
Leon,
your shit.
You probably hear Leon's car even through the phone calls that you're making. And as Leon parks, throw your car into park on the outside where our camera is. As you step out, and we get a good look at the house from your perspective. Unlike before, where you've come to this place late at night, not only are the lights on, but there's a bustle happening. You can see movement on the inside, body like through the curtains and the windows and stuff. Very rarely have you been to Janet's, and there seems to be a lot of action happening. And you walk up the stairs, and maybe even listen for a minute to make sure nothing violent is happening on the other side. And do you just open the door and walk in, or do you just ring the door? Do you ring the doorbell? Do you knock? I mean, she is expecting you.
No, if there's busyness going on, he's just going to walk in.
Door opens, and as you walk in, Janet is never one to unnotice somebody entering her own domain. And through even the chaos of it all, you hear the door open and close, Janet, and step out, and you just see
you probably see Janet actually pull like the gun from her bag, and just in case, and you see she's a little twitchy. You just walked in, you didn't knock, you didn't announce herself, and she kind of slips it back in. She says, "That's how you get shot."
Is there music playing?
No. Oh, hell no. We don't have time for music or Jello.
Yeah. Well, usually there's some sort of music playing. So, that might be something that strikes Leon when he walks in, is like very rarely is. Also, is it kind of quiet in the house when it comes to like music? And, your tall figure peeks over the railing as you take the few first steps up from the door into the main room. And you see David coming back probably from the room where you're keeping the brouhaha or wherever you put it. Yeah, coming up from the basement. And you see the twins kind of in and out of rooms, moving. You see them grabbing some clothes. You see them clearly looking like they're packing.
Well, I'm a very particular kind of professional. What do you need?
Where to start? David, you got that thumb drive?
I don't remember what happened to that.
Okay, you know what? Follow me. I take you downstairs, where there's now a Bruja missing his face laid out on the cot, and we've got Magpie. He's not really in shackles or nothing, but
no, he was helping you with bank account stuff before.
Yeah, that's right. I needed access to his bank accounts.
Yeah, we were cut like a warning, right? Like if we tamper with this too much, it will like break.
Yeah, he has to be the one to do it, but I go, Magpie.
So you
I
come
want
down
you
the
to.
stairs. We can hear the footsteps of both of you coming down. You say, "Hey, Magpie," as you're coming down. And you see him whip his head
I
around,
want to
look over.
introduce you to one of our friends. You're going to work with him to get the memories off the thumb drive.
You were the guy in the weird cave.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's. I don't. Why'd you bring him?
Let's just say he is technologically inclined.
Do you know a lick about magic?
No, that's why
Magic
you're
isn't
here.
real, so I work in things that exist.
He's gonna be useless. I'm sorry. He looks to Janet and just locks eyes. He doesn't. It's not about the technology. It's about the
Magpie.
ritual.
Magpie. Shh. Just get the memories off the thumb drive and back in your little skull so you can tell us what the fuck is going on.
And what was did we I maybe add a game? Was there an agreement with you and Magpie as to when that was done, what was going to be done with him?
No.
Okay. So and so then in you know, as we kind of cut back in, it's like, and when that's done, what's the plan? With me? Like, can I just go home?
No.
No.
Right.
I mean, I can keep you safe. I keep a lot of hackers safe. So
Look
I'm
at that.
not a-
You got a friend. Shh, Magpie. Shh.
I just feel like there's
Just
miscommunication happening
get the
between us.
fucking memories off the thumb drive. We got 48 hours and we got to evacuate this location. Do you understand? If you plan to come with us and stay safe, you got 48 hours to get the memories off the thumb drive and into your head.
And then what? What? You kill me and then what?
Oh, Magpie, I can do so much worse than just kill you, kid. Last time I checked, I'm the one paying for your parents' hotel.
He looks over to Leon. What do you know about Baphomet?
as in the programming language, or are you looking at something in particular?
Okay, he's literally going to be useless. Just let me do this. I don't know why you brought him.
Why don't you explain it to me? I think I can probably
I'll
keep up.
explain the ritual that I'm going to use that you will not be able to do because you don't. That's fine. I guess it's like watching. It's like
Explain it to
you
me?
pee. It's like trying to have somebody watch you while you pee. This could be really fun just to like have to do this.
Oh my God. Put your
I've seen
ego
worse.
away.
I live on the internet. I've seen way worse. So let's.
That's right. You work with Leon. David, stay here and make sure Magpie don't do nothing stupid.
Clearly, you've got something going on. I don't know what it is.
This could take me a few hours.
Good. Then we will all stay here for a few hours because guess what? We got plenty of time, right? That was a rhetorical question. Please, do us all a favor and get the memories off the thumb drive.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have
I'll
some
set
phone
my
calls
stuff.
to make. You just thank you, Leon, for being just figure it out.
Hey, David.
He grabs his you gave him his backpack, right? Like at some point.
It is good to see you, Leon.
He grabs his backpack, he quickly unzips it, and he reaches in and pulls out, you see, like a not even like a spool, but just like a bundle of like knotted twine. He kind of like pulls that out and slaps it on the ground, and then he pulls out a couple of RGB cables and slaps them on top of the twine. And then you see him pull out like a tea candle that's basically like got like barely any wax left to it. And he just kind of looks at it. He's like, yeah, I guess it's fine. And then the last thing he pulls out is a Bic lighter. And he's like, okay. And he looks over to see the, like, as he's like looking at it, he kind of puts his little he puts his legs under him. He gets kind of on his knees and gets as comfortable as he can, a little bit tense. And then he looks over to notice, I'm assuming David and Leon are just staring at him.
I've set up my laptop. I'm looking for the flash drive and all of this. I'm getting like a safe network set up. All of
he's
these
got
things.
a hard drive, like a hard drive that needs to be in a PC that he's got.
And like I'm putting up a stack of ports and places where I can put hard drives. Like sure, I'm getting my own gear set up next to his.
As he sees you looking at taking your stuff out, he just shakes his head. He's like, I told you, just. Anyway, you see him actually then take his hands and literally pry off the tin, like aluminum casing around the main hard drive bits. And you see him yank out a couple of the chips, making the hard drive useless. And then lighting the candle and putting in the twine and one of the RGB cables, which literally has nothing to do inside the hard drive. And you see him as he lights the candle, he starts mumbling to himself. Unless you understand Latin specifically, you don't know what he's saying. And he does this for a while, and every time he finishes a couple of sentences, you see him drip a few things. Yes, Leon?
Can I record this?
If you do it, obviously, he will stop.
I'm going to see how subtle I am. I can't.
I mean, what are you
going to
use to record?
sheet.
Your phone?
No, I'm probably just going to get up a audio recording app so I can get the words, because I can see what's happening.
Yeah. So you want to get the words. Like, that's fair. Yeah. Make me a deck stealth check. This is actually going to be a very low difficulty because you're only just trying to get an audio app going. Oh, where's the game?
Oh, I don't have great deck stealth.
Oh shit. Do you want? Do you want to reroll the one you can reroll?
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Use your willpower. Why not? All right, excellent. One success. Fantastic. We'll see. Well, you'll see what happens. So, you open it up, you hit record on an app, and I imagine you slide it back in your pocket and like let it go, and like you don't want to like be obvious. So he goes, and every time he finishes a couple sentences, he drips a little bit of the wax from the candle onto the tip where the twine and the wires meet on the hard drive where the bits has been stripped out. And he does that a few times over and over until what's left of the tea candle wax is now dripped in there, and he then starts blowing wind on it to cool down the wax to harden it. And as he lets it go, you see there's not that much wax because the candle was already low. You see the wire and the twine kind of pop up a little bit up from the wax, and he's like, and he looks, and I'm going to make a roll real quick.
Somewhere in his head, he hears Janet's voice. Don't fuck it up, Magpie.
Yeah. He does not fuck it up.
Good.
They pop up a little bit, but they don't come out. And he's like, oh, thank fucking God. If that came up, it would have been done. I wouldn't have been able to get the memories off of it. Okay.
Oh, good.
And he looks
no stakes
around.
Then.
He looks around. He's like, no stakes. He says, did you put your computer stuff away when you realized he was destroying the hard drive in the process of whatever he was doing?
No.
He's like, all right, does anybody have something sharp?
Yes.
All my weapons.
Just get like
his one weapon. He had a fucking knife. Yeah, what do you have? Do you pull out?
Just like one of those sliding like Stanley Lives.
A box cutter.
Like a box cutter.
So that's it.
You slide it open. And he's like, do you mind if I borrow that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
You hand it to him, and he's like, and he slides it open, and he holds it close to his face, and you see his eyes just kind of look down as the camera just gets a shot. And you see just this look of anxiety on him. He's like, I fucking hate this part. Okay. You're not queasy, right?
Are you about to...
You're not queasy, right?
I'm not. No.
Okay.
David, how hungry are you?
Oh, yeah, good question. Anybody at 4 hunger in this room?
I am not very hungry.
Okay, you're all fine. Cool. That's all. He's like, okay.
Okay, good. I just saved your life, but no big deal.
I'm going to make a roll. Composure. I'm just making a composure resolve check for him. He hates this part of the ritual. 2 successes is fine. It's very clear he hesitates for a bit because as he holds the box cutter, he slides it. In his other hand, he has what's left of the RGB cable. And closes his eyes, he takes a deep breath, holds it. You see him steady for a moment. And with a very swift action, he shoots his arm out, and then he slams it into his temple. Rips down. And you see blood immediately gushing out. And you see his eyes open, and he flicks back where you can see the whites of his eyes. And you see him struggle for a minute as his hands both shake. But there's a couple seconds pass before he's able to gain control. And you see his shaking hand pull the box cutter out and drop it onto the ground as it clatters and blood spatters. And he hands the wire slowly over. And then in another swift motion, but this time with a lot less hesitation, slams the wire into the open wound on his temple. When he does that, Josh, Leon, and only Leon see his eyes go from pitch white to pitch black as you, wits awareness, please.
Oh, no. This is disturbing. Can I do a rouse check for this?
Sure.
Because, yeah, I
you
feel
don't have
like
to ask me if you want to rouse anything. You can do whatever you want.
What's David doing?
That's why, yeah. We'll get to David.
How's
Beautiful.
David
You
doing?
critical success with 5 successes. You notice it's minuscule on his eyes.
David isn't panicking, but his eyes are probably darting back and forth to Leon, because when Leon reacts, David's gonna react because he's not sure what the hell is happening right now.
See,
Leon
is blood
wrapped.
red code flickering through his pitch black eyes. For you, David, his eyes are just rolled up. It's like the whites of his under eyes. But for Leon in particular, you see his eyes go pitch black when the wire enters, and you see blood red code rushing up his eyes at a speed that is, it's impossible for you to read the code at the speed it's happening. But you can catch bits of it with the critical success of 5, that it is code, and it looks like if you could slow it down, you're almost certain you could read the code.
Can I activate heightened senses?
Yes. What does that give you again? Well, I'm willing to entertain the idea. How do you sense?
I'm gonna try and read the code.
Right. But is it free? Is it aroused? And what does it give you?
It's a free Allspecs power level 1.
So it gives you another D10 on wits awareness kind of thing?
Yeah, basically for just increasing my perceptions.
Okay. If you want, you can make me a brand new wits awareness roll with the bonus of heightened sense to see if you can read the code as it rips through. It's a very high roll, so.
Oh, another rouse check then. Why not?
Okay, you're at hunger 2.
Cool. Love rolling dice.
Do you want to spend another willpower?
Yes. Pile it in.
3.
You're never going to be a believer.
No. It looks like code to you. It does, but you can't read it. You don't know what language it is. But the format, the structure of it as it's rushing by, and it goes for a good, I would say, good 5 minutes of it go. During this, obviously, we see Leon. Obviously, we see what Leon sees, but as the camera whip pans to see David and Leon, what is the reaction of both of you as he's doing this? For you, like, there's still blood just oozing out of the wound and pouring around his feet. You can see him getting a little pale, but...
Okay, so for David, the question I think is obvious. How does Leon look like he's responding?
With rapt fascination. Leon is on his knees next to Magpie. He is putting one hand over the hard drive and like tracing his hand.
You feel it's not whirring, but it does feel warm. But there's no like sound of like an HDD spinning up in there.
He's going to trace his hand up the cable to his head and just take his cheeks in his hands and just look into his eyes.
You're not like touching the cable though, right?
Not the touching the cable, just this man's face.
Yeah, so you like trace it up and you look, and he's looking into, Leon is just staring into his eyes.
This sounds insane.
It looks insane.
Sounds insane. David is going to go get an adult, a better adult. He's going to Janet because he's mildly afraid.
The door opens, and do you call for Janet or do you go looking for Janet?
He understands that Janet is upset, so he doesn't want to holler for her to alarm her.
So he goes and looks for her,
so
which
it's
is probably just
kind of like, like when a kid who's done something bad kind of like does the finger tappies, and they're like,
Mama.
like I broke the lamp and I'm sorry, like that kind of thing. That's what David's going to look like, but kind of, in giant gargoyle form.
Yep. It's not hard. The house isn't huge or anything. So you eventually find Janet doing maybe like just off of her.
She's probably trying to pick out like the 2 or 3 suits and outfits she's going to be able to take with her. She's probably standing in her closet lamenting all of this.
You can hear David coming. He's big. He's not trying to be silent.
Janet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I need your opinion. Should I keep the red or the blue one?
I like both of them.
Well, I can only keep one.
Then, what shoes will you be taking?
Oh, such a good question, David. I don't know. I've spent my whole life building up a menagerie of a wearable fashion to appease people, and now it feels kind of trite. What, am I supposed to wear my Jimmy Choos at the quarry?
I do not know. But
I don't either.
Blue is more calming and receptive to the eye, and red might spark more interest or watchful gaze.
All very good points. What can I do for you, David? We'll keep the blue one.
There is a lot of blood in the basement, and I don't know what to do.
That's just a stash, honey. It comes off of the bodies.
This is coming from Marcus. He stabbed himself in the head. I don't know if he is dying, but Leon is very fascinated.
That sounds like he's trying to commit. For you, there's just that little information, Janet. Sounds like Magpie's trying to himself.
Is this part of the ritual? Self-sacrifice? We might actually get away with not having to deal with Magpie after all.
I am not certain, but I am worried, and I thought that you should know.
Okay, come on, honey. Let's go take a look. All right. And I'll kind of click-clop down there. Yeah.
You see the scene that was there when David left with Leon like holding the sides of Magpie's face as Magpie bleeds profusely from a wound on his right temple. And you see a wire dangling out of his wound.
That is palpable, even for me.
I did not know what to do.
Taste the blood coming from his face.
Yeah, tastes like blood.
Leon, how are we doing?
He's downloading them, and he said that the ritual went well. So
you seem to be having a really good time staring into his big dark eyes.
There's a lot of code going on in there.
Okay,
it's like the one thing I understand here.
Well, the job is to keep him alive so he can tell us about the memories afterwards. So why don't you grab one of those rags over there and maybe press it to his temple to stop the bleeding?
I don't want to touch the wires. This is very delicate.
All right, fine. Okay, fine. Then leave Magpie to his own demises. He looks like he's doing okay.
When you look over, his eyes are...
Just leave him. He'll be fine. He did this once before. He said he had to get it on the drive.
Every once in a while, you hear him go, like breathe, but most of the time he's just dead silent.
Last night, when we got back from New York, a brouhaha.
That was 2 nights ago.
Yeah, okay, 2 nights ago, we show up from New York, and this gentleman here laying on the cot had a full face before he showed up at my doorstep. Now, you have handled the security on this building for, 5 years or so? I'd like to know who shot him on my doorstep. Do you think you can work your technological magic and zip through, I don't know, some video footage or something and give me some answers?
I could give it a go. It depends on angles, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, instead of flirting and being in Magpie's personal space, why don't you do me a favor and find out that information? It may actually give us an idea of who killed Betty's friend.
I imagine there's not a full-ass security room with TVs, but likely an SSD that just records the footage from a couple of cameras set out outside.
Probably kept
and stuff.
It really
yeah,
simple.
And Janet is very purposefully kind of techie literate. Yeah, so you just go grab the
Now,
SSD.
that being said, before he got jacked in, did he open his bank account so Janet could take a peep at where the money came from that paid him for this initial David job?
Yeah. You remember, but the big thing is it was shell companies. And you were going to.
Oh, and I made a roll. That's right. I made one roll, but I would need to do some more research down the line. You're right. I remember getting that. Yeah. In fact, I think I put that shell company in my notes.
Yes,
I can't remember.
If not, I have them somewhere as well. I think.
Great. That's fine. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Do that.
Cool. I just kind of assumed that you shot the brouhaha.
Well, as quaint as that idea is, I have no reason to shoot a brouhaha. Why would I shoot him?
You expected a brouhaha to show up at your door because of the murder that happened in their territory.
Considering the fact, we had a minor cleanup accident at the end of the same gun that probably shot him in the face. I was just looking for some answers because, when the brouhaha come and knock in to look for their missing friend, I want to be able to have a good explanation.
Yeah. I'll help you with that.
I'm assuming there's nothing special about it. You just plug it into your laptop and pull the files off and just pull up the day and date.
I'll start scrolling through. I'll see.
There we are, coming home. Door closes. It was 5 minutes later.
Yeah, you see, and then you would see on the left, you'd see a brouhaha walking up from the sidewalk. And you can see, there's no need for wits awareness because you can roll this footage back. He looks visually pissed off. Visually pissed off when he walks up to Janet's door. There's a moment where you can see him calming himself down before knocking. And as soon as he knocks, The door opens. There's nobody else there. And just as the door opens, you watch the camera footage go.
Oh,
God damn it.
No, this is great. The camera footage fucked up. There's only one clan that doesn't do technology.
Okay.
I don't know any. I saw a shadow. So what? It's La Sombra and Nosferatu.
I mean, if you see shadows, we can check that out. But if I was doing the hit, I would make the cameras glitch out on their own to cover my ass.
Well, then, Leon, I got a much bigger question for you. Why am I paying you for security that other people can hack into and fuck with?
Nothing is invulnerable.
If you want more time for him to look at the actual code to see if like it was technological sabotage,
I want to know who fucked with
anomalous that
there you
happened.
go. Yeah, can we answer for whether or not it was an anomaly?
It would take him. He'll need time to look at it. He'll need to make a roll. But yes, he can look at he would need to take the file, look at the source code in like a transcriber program.
Don't let me make you nervous. I still got some shit to pack. Oh, by the way, we're moving.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask what that was about.
Oh, yeah. Leon has no idea what happened.
Let's just say we're not welcome on this property anymore.
Oh.
Thanks to our little trip to New York.
You out with the family?
No. There's one thing that always has you back. It's family. No, I'm good with the family. They're actually hooking us up with a new location. But I guess you could say the days of the making suits is done. We are leaving this building. We have 48 hours as per the prince's word.
Oh. I'm actually
so maybe
quite
it's
sorry.
a good thing you listened to
place.
old Janet Giannetti. Had we and myself listened to, I don't know, myself, we may not be in this predicament. Told you.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad you forgot that I existed when you went to New York.
I didn't forget. I told you I didn't think it was a good idea, considering the fact somebody is trying to murder you.
They haven't succeeded yet.
Yeah, well, we murdered our own reputation. Everybody's reminded me of that in the last 24 hours. So, while I go decide what's worth keeping and what I can manage to get,
cool.
Dig up some information for me, and then maybe before the night's done, the three of us will make a trip over to what hopefully will be our new property, and you can take a look at how we're going to set up better security this time around.
Okay, I'm on it. I might have someone you want to talk to as well about security. But we're all going then?
Who?
Oh, just another hacker friend. She's good at security. That's all.
Another
I'm not always. Friend. I'm busy sometimes.
Okay. Well, since you're so busy, why don't you do what you can do now before your schedule fills up?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, great. And then we'll meet your little hacker friend, your backup plan for helping me with security. David, honey, is there anything I can do for you?
No, I don't think so, Janet. I just wonder if there are things that I can do for you.
No, I think this time around doing less is more, David. But if you wanted to go to the library and take a few books with you, now would be the time to identify which ones.
I can do that. I was mostly curious because I didn't have anything to lose. And you had everything to lose. And now that you are forced to lose everything, what you hold on to will be important. So I have to understand what is important from you to hold on to what matters.
The only thing I'm hanging on to right now is vengeance. If you think that losing a suit shop is going to stop Janet Giannetti, then you have underestimated me, honey.
I do not think vengeance can fit inside of a box.
We got to start somewhere.
Then I will look for some books.
Good, honey. It'll be great. It's going to be great. Leon, video footage, tampering, chop, chop.
I'm on it.
I leave and go back upstairs. And you know what? I stop 1 second. I am not a medical professional, but if there's one thing Janet probably does know, it's at what point does a person die when a certain amount of blood has evacuated the body? I have a good idea of what it's like to drain a human body for, say, the organs.
You'd say if I was to measure, because
looking.
it's like 4 dots of hunger is death, you'd say he's probably at this point lost a dot of hunger worth of blood.
Okay, I take a look and I say, a funny thing about the head. It's a slow draining.
Actually, you
process.
take a look. Make a wits awareness, Janet.
Ooh, that's not good for me. But this is
It's your
important.
first time getting a look at him, and everybody else is talking to you right now.
Yeah, sure.
Not anything crazy big.
Why my hunger is
what's your hunger?
weird. I don't know. It says 2, but it's not. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in. I can't. It says 2. I'm at 2.
Okay.
Okay. We're better off using. Okay, so wits and awareness.
Wits awareness.
Not great for me, but we can willpower. It'll be fine.
You don't have
I got 2 successes.
Oh, you got 2 successes?
No, I got 1 success. I got 1 success. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing catches your eye.
Look, how long's he been like this?
Now at this point, maybe 15 minutes. He said it would take a few hours.
Okay, in another 15 minutes, if he hasn't, jacked himself out of the Matrix or whatever, come holler. Until then, I gotta go clean the kitchen of evidence.
Janet walks away.
Yeah.
And as you look back, maybe, Leon, I don't know if David, are you going to stay in this room? You're just going to watch him, make sure he's not.
I'll probably take it for a few more minutes just to see what's happening, and then I'll likely shift off to the library to see what I can scrounge.
As you both look back to him, you would both notice at this point, because you check to make sure if he's not bleeding out, the blood has stopped pouring out of the wound onto the floor, and instead is slowed, but is still flowing, and has slowly been encasing the wire from his head. And it's like almost like a thick viscous ooze is like almost actively clawing, like gripping its way and moving forward as though it has a mind of its own. And it's moving at a very, 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 very slow pace. This whole thing is very vulnerable. You could at any point, and maybe Janet would probably have thought this, but like he's incapacitated for, like I said, like this for a couple of hours.
Leon.
Yeah.
Is this normal?
No. Normally you can do this by Wi-Fi or just a normal. This is completely bizarre. And I'll be honest, at the first moment he was doing all this thing with the candle and the rope and all of that, I kind of thought it was just some bullshit act so he could suddenly, I remember all of these things. I'm not sure this is an act anymore.
You've seen now, Leon, the code, his eyes are still pitch black to you. The code has stopped.
Well, whatever program he's running, it's started. Now he's just got to transfer the files. Would be very funny to see what happens if we rip it out halfway through.
Maybe we should not do that.
No, that's how you corrupt data. I do want to know what happens, though.
I don't know how I feel about that. Should I stay longer to protect him?
No. I'm curious, but not that curious. How are you, David?
I am good. I'm actually quite happy, and I feel wrong about that. Like I should not feel happy.
Oh, why?
Because we met with a prince, and we are in trouble. But I do not feel as if I am in trouble, as I was welcomed into the city as a citizen recognized by the prince and the Camarilla.
That's big. That's great news, buddy.
But it feels strange, because the others are hurting, and I am now steadied, and I am not sure how I feel about this.
It's it's tricky. Look, we all made risks. We took risks. You didn't. But that's on us. We decided to go to New York. We decided to poke at things that really shouldn't have been poked at. And then we got smacked down. Well, they got smacked down. So, I mean, take what you can get. Jen will bounce back from this. She's clearly already planning something. And I mean, what little I know of her, she's probably been through worse. So
I'm going to help them. I feel like they took the risks to help me, and I am not the type of person, or whatever I am, to walk out on them in this moment.
great. You don't want to be that kind of person, right?
I do not.
Then
I just
wait.
do not believe that I have it in me to be vengeful.
You don't have to be. That will be all Janet's. She will make sure of that. Yeah, just hold on to the good thing and be patient. I'm sure they'll ask for something sooner or later. They always do.
Leon,
By the way, where is Bag Lady and Preppy Longstockings?
I don't know. I do not believe that the punishment that fell upon them were the same that fell upon Janet.
Oh, are they
Elspeth
off?
was Elspeth went off though. She has to. Her sire doesn't know yet.
And technically, we haven't seen Betty since
Yeah,
before
Betty has
leaving for
just-
New York.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows how to get a hold of Betty like
Betty
reliably.
will be angry, mostly because she was not there. But
Yeah, she would have had a word or two for the prince.
I do not think that she will be too pressed by the matter because the prince will not take her trash from her.
Can't lose anything if you don't have anything.
That is how I feel, and that's why I feel wrong. Elspeth is banished from speaking normally to her sire, and she is rather upset about it. And that's something that I wish to correct as well, but I'm afraid that the only way I know how to do anything is by being in that place and in that time. I am not very well hidden.
No, you're not. But you'll get better at it with practice. I mean, what do you mean by being in the place and time? Like,
All I know how to do is with my hands, and by being there to help. I cannot do what you do. Not with the computer.
No.
I cannot do what Janet does. My hands are not nearly as fine or as delicate with clothing. And my skills are very different. I know how to help people in different ways, but I do not think that they are as obfuscated.
yeah, look, I'm clearly not very good at pep talks, so I'm just going to say, know your limits. Like, you're clearly wallowing in whatever this is. Just fucking get over it and we'll move on. And there will come a time when you are helpful.
Please do not mistake my confusion for wallowing. I'm not in pain. I am just confused. I'm trying to understand where vengeance comes from because I first felt hurt from Marcus in my chest. But vengeance does not find itself there, and I just want to know where it comes from.
Sooner or later, you will want someone to know exactly how you feel, and you will want them to know that by them feeling it themselves. That's what vengeance is. You want them to lose just as much, maybe even more, because they don't understand. And maybe they won't.
The only thing I have to lose is all of you, and I am afraid for the person that takes them away from me.
Yeah. We have a lot of time. In fact, it's actually kind of scary how much time we have. But in an infinity worth of time that we have left to live, there's 100% chance that one or all of us will die. So you don't have to decide what you would do now. But get yourself ready, because it will happen.
In that silence, after you say that, you just hear Marcus go, I'm Magpie, just gasping for breath.
I'm leaving now. This makes me unsettled.
I'm going to have to do CPR on this moron, aren't I?
I imagine in the meantime, though, Leon, you take the footage and you want to look at the frame, the frame data, all that usual stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with a very simple intelligence technology roll. If you have a specialty that would fit this, let me know.
Hacking in this stretch.
You're not really hacking this much. You're just a computer whiz.
Yeah. All right, 5 successes.
Oh, 5, damn. And you could re-roll one of them if you'd like.
I am not going to.
Okay. With 5 successes, as you're going through the data, there is a as Janet, I'd say, would describe it, you know, from the moment of the gunshot to him hitting the ground was probably like 2 or 3 seconds. There's like 2 or 3 seconds where the footage is corrupted. But as you go look at the back end data, you actually realize it's a single frame. There's missing time. There's about 2 to 3 seconds of missing time, and that glitched footage of when it happens seems to only be a singular frame. And when you look at the actual frame itself, there's a consistency of a repeating singular frame. Basically, the way it repeats, I'm trying to use it in a language that is not Adobe Premiere and people
they copy and pasted like a frame over top of the actual frame.
But it's like instead of 2 minutes of footage, it's the same frame over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. But when you watch the footage, the corrupted data does glitch and look different. The data on the back end isn't matching the visual data that you're seeing up front. Because I imagine you have it in a window, you know, you're rolling the footage back and forth.
So somebody did corrupt it to do that with it, to repeat it.
As he continues to look into it, because with 5, you got some more stuff that you actually see. You actually look, you start to begin to realize that some of this corruption doesn't seem random, and not in a way that's like the code has been messed with. There's patterns that seem to be jumping out at you that you're not entirely sure are because you're seeing them or because you're seeing them, with air quotes. A lot of the ways your particular clan's thing seems to manifest for you in particular is through computer code. And sometimes that means popping up on code you're looking at and not realizing it might be. It could be, and it's hard for you to tell unless it's rolling through somebody's eyeballs kind of rapidly. However, you continue to look at it, and I'm gonna give you you're able to pull timestamps as well. And you see very similarly, there's that same second over and over and over repeated. I'm actually going to send this to you on Discord real quick.
Oh, okay.
Because there's stuff that you would absolutely recognize as not normal in a way that only your mind would see.
Yeah, I think at this moment, Leon is kind of rolling back and forth over this thing to kind of embed the pattern and try and just let it percolate through his brain.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember what month we're in right now in the show. Do we remember what month we're in?
Not sure.
I think fall-ish. We usually kind of stick with wherever we're at in a timeline.
What? Then it's the same day. It makes it so much easier for me. Because that is what you get when you start pulling up the framed data, the timestamp data specifically with 5 successes.
Oh, cool. Okay, good.
The same second over and over, except when it starts doing something else. And you get a few of those before it loops back on the same second corrupted stuff, same second corrupted stuff. And then you start pulling frame data. And again, you rolled 5 successes. So I'm going to send something else to you.
Oh.
And it's the same frame over and over. But as you look at the frame visually, there's enough data, enough like static and glitchiness that seems to jump out. Maybe it's a little brighter. It's hard for you to figure out why, but you piece together words in each frame.
Like when you see patterns in moving static on a TV, right?
Correct.
You're staring into that.
Yes, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it would be summer.
Summer. So okay,
So chat
that's
said
August
it
instead.
was So chat said June-ish was premiere.
So you get those that in each visual piece of the frame. You get in those 4 frames, though it's a repeated frame. Visually, you seem to pick out those 4 words that seem to jump out, and like you said, in that kind of static, magic eye kind of way.
Had to always what?
Kind of mumble that out loud. You're in the same room with Magpie while you do this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a couple of errors as well. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. This is fine, and this is fine. I don't want to give you too much. I'm giving you a lot right now, but you get 2 errors in that that you're able to pull out as well. Now, if you want to look at audio, that's a separate intelligence tech roll.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know how much you want to share of this. Like, obviously, I'm giving this to you privately on Discord right now. I can copy paste all of this afterward as well.
Yeah, I think this is something that Leon would share because he's starting to get kind of not paranoid, but maybe like a little excited and scared, and he's starting to maybe hope that there is one particular person or group that keeps on sending weird messages like this. It's like he's really hoping that this is real and that this is not just him being crazy, you know.
Are you like taking screenshots of what you're seeing then?
Yeah, he's going to like try and document this, and like if he presents it to the other people, and they're like,
so you're
cool static, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna.
But if you want, okay, does he care enough about his like audio stuff?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
then I would let a separate intelligence tech roll, please.
So he's gonna start listening to all the recordings. You're
gonna be looking at the waveforms and all that stuff. Listen, we've all been in the content creation game for a long time. We all know what like frame data and like waveforms is.
He boots up Audacity.
Dude, seriously, my thought is you boot up like fucking I use Audacity, but this is an Adobe one that's better.
Oh yeah. He probably does have it, but he didn't pay for it.
Yeah, no, that's a problem. Okay.
Audition.
Wow, 5 successes again, dude.
I want to know.
Crazy. All right, this is a little bit less info because you're just looking at the waveforms, but you will notice you would be able to pick out in the damage corrupted waveforms of the audio. There's a clear moment where there's a loud spike in audio. You would imagine maybe
like a
gunshot, whatever the gunshot was, but underneath that. And you're not sure if you're the only one hearing it or not, because it's a lot of just like glitching and then like a static loud glitch. But you swear, as you listen, underneath all the corrupted glitching noises and that one spike in audio, you start to hear a heartbeat. And then a second one that is maybe milliseconds out of sync with the first one.
Oh my God. Have I heard a heartbeat before? I feel like I did through the radio. Did I? Or is that just me?
I think that's you just thinking it up. No.
I'm going to hang on. I'm going to look through my notes.
Yeah, no. Look through your notes, but no. I don't think so. Yeah. And then the heartbeats would stop maybe a few frames before the actual corrupted footage ends. With
thanks. None of this makes sense.
Yet. I wish I could tell you, brother. I wish I could do so much more. I wish I could say. So you maybe spend another hour of time like ripping through this data. It's not like you have to like decrypt a lot of this. This is not super hard for you. So you kind of, once you have all this done, you've taken snapshots and stuff. I imagine David kind of comes back. Does David come back into this room, or does he just avoid this room?
David went to the library.
Okay, cool. Leon, what do you do then when you're done? Because when you look over now, maybe coming out of your hyperfixation and looking around, you've realized David is not back, and you see Magpie still there, and you see the blood is maybe a little over halfway crawled across the wire, still moving very slowly, him still gasping for breath, but it doesn't look like he's stopped getting any paler, so he doesn't look like he's getting worse off. The blood losses seem to mostly stem. Leon, what do you do?
Sorry, I was writing my notes.
No, you're good. Do you go find anybody, or do you just sit? Yeah, do you want to do you take this to anybody immediately, or because Janet's the one that asked you to look through this? You did.
Oh, then yes.
Yeah. So you make your way up. You know she's upstairs. She's packing. Leon, do you knock or just walk right into the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock this time because she tried to shoot me last time.
Yep. There's a knock at the door, Janet, as you turn around.
You come straight up the stairs. If you're coming out of the basement, there is no door. You just walk straight into the kitchen open area there.
Is that where you are right now, Janet?
Yeah, I would be in the kitchen literally clearing. No, I was, but I told them I was going after he brought me down. I was going to the kitchen to clear evidence. So I'm getting rid of. I got to figure out what to clear. I got to clean this house.
Yeah. So you just see Janet kind of frantically figuring out what to take and what not to take. And you walk into the kitchen. Leon obviously gets your attention. He's just a big dude who walks into the frame. Janet,
I'm like scraping human Jello cake into like a food grinder, like one in the sink or whatever, like a food processor, and I'm like, yeah. And I kind of look at you like, what?
I just point at the screen and I'm like, can you see a message in this static?
He shows you a frame of an image, and it just looks like static to you. I'm not even going to have you roll because you can't see what he sees. He shows you another image, and another image. 4 images total, and they just look like
if I said yes,
imagery.
Would it help you in figuring out who shot the Bruja?
It has a lot of similarities to things that I've seen and heard as we were going to and from the box drop-off, as well as some other messages I've received while I was here, actually.
So you think they're connected?
I don't think this is kindred. I don't know what it is. If this was kindred, we might see glitches. I heard about that, or we might see nothing. I'm not sure, but there's something else going on here that has corrupted this in a way that it is talking to me, and I can hear the heartbeats underneath the gunshot. There's not supposed to be two.
I'm curious, does Janet know your clan?
I think she does. I think we have.
I think it was discussed. Yeah.
Okay. So, Janet, has Janet been privy to any of your maybe Malkavian visions in the past? Probably not, right?
Not really.
So you've never
there
really
was one
seen
moment.
There was a moment that was around her. It happened. Yeah. But like you never really talked about it and kind of like let it go. This is maybe the first time. I mean, you don't interact with Malkavians often, Janet, but you
I would only know
enough.
what the Ventru have told me.
Yeah, which Malkavians are fucking, Ventru are very bigoted, right? For the most part. And a lot of them follow high clan, low clan stuff, even though it's supposed to not exist anymore. And Malks are low clan. They see things. They're the crazies, the schizos. You name whatever like offensive stereotype. That's how they're seen.
Okay. So, okay.
Which is not
I'm gonna go with you. I truly can't see shit in any of these. I'm not going to discredit that you can. You said that you had a hacker friend. Does she happen to have your gifts?
No, she's mortal.
Can I speak above board real quick?
Yeah.
David inadvertently solved the last sort of like artsy puzzle, if you remember, on the flash drive. He's kind of good with puzzles. He's not good with people. He's good with puzzles and artwork and stuff like that. So, Janet, like you found that out. Like, yeah, this was something that stumped everybody, and that
okay.
I don't think that's off the table.
How did I get here? Okay, so you're telling me that you're seeing some weird code and that potentially whoever shot the Bruja, or at least created this code, which covers the track of whoever shot the Bruja, isn't actually kindred at all?
Do you also
They're
show her your? I'm assuming you notated it, your
Yeah.
timestamps, frames, and stuff.
So
Because if you show her
yes,
screenshots, if you took screenshots of it,
you can't say anything.
she
But
would just look like normal timestamps. But if you wrote it
I'm
down,
I'm gonna write down what I think I saw, and I'm gonna post that in the it's in Providence chat. But
okay.
look, whoever is doing this, they're not happy about it. They're asking why. They're saying sorry, and they're
I'm
saying they
sorry.
had
Who's
to.
saying sorry? Because nobody has said sorry to me in at least 48 hours.
The recording, like the corruption on this, whoever glitched this out to cover their ass, whether they're working with someone or whether they are working on their own.
So they're leaving messages behind? For
Yeah.
who? You don't leave a message unless you expect somebody to find it. Who do they expect to find it?
the only one who could see these messages is Leon. You're showing her like again, he's seeing messages. And you would realize this, Janet.
David,
Yeah.
honey, put the books down. I got a puzzle for you.
You'd hear that through the floorboards. You'd make your way down the stairs, Dave, and as
Sure.
you walk in, you see Leon there, and
Let's break a little tie between me and Leon. Do you see anything in the static on these screens?
as you look at it, David, I mean, it's beautiful in its own way, but what he's seeing is Malkavian specific.
Gotcha.
So you would not notice anything special about the images. And maybe Leon is now coming to the realization that you're seeing Malkavian vision stuff.
Here's the thing. It's not unheard of for kindred to have a heartbeat. We just have to rouse the blood to do it.
Uh, yeah. Did the Bruja look particularly flush before he
Who
got
said
his
it?
head exploded?
Well, remember, the door was answered by one of the twins who has a heartbeat.
Was it just the Bruja that arrived?
From what I can
All
tell.
the twin says he opened the door. It was the Bruja there. The Bruja barely got a sentence out. He got halfway through a sentence before he
shot
got his
from
neck
behind.
blown out. As he fell, the twin saw the shape of somebody before all of a sudden he wasn't there.
So, I mean, it could have been a kindred who had roused. I'm more interested in the fact that you specifically are seeing something. Because even if this was in fact not kindred, why would you be able to see it, honey? No offense, you're not that special. But if this is actually a Malkavian thing,
well, I mean, that is the thing.
Does David know
Everyone
anything about
is-
Malkavians? Is this the first time David's really hearing about
Yeah,
this?
this is. I mean, unless there's some sort of something going on in the back of his mind, and I can
No, nothing for you.
drum the depths, then I'm not
nope.
sure.
No, nothing for that. Yeah, so maybe I'm curious if David is like suddenly interested, like does he perk up? Is he curious when
This is his
kind of pops
first
up?
sort of exposition to Malkavian, so I think he's listening diligently.
I would be overstepping to say that I knew a whole lot about Malkavians, and what little I know is probably biased, and not in a good way. So my question to you is, if you want an answer about this, do you know another Malkavian?
We should go see my sire. I've let her know that I wanted to see her anyway, because
Why would
points
I?
at David.
I don't. I have had a lot of sires in the last 24 hours. You didn't have to face mine at dinner.
I mean, there might be dinner, but she's cool. Like, well, not cool, but she's nice.
Nobody's sire is cool. And if they are, I don't trust it.
I mean, she has her peculiarities, but she
I mean,
told
is
me
she
everything I know.
How about this? Is she within the city limits? Because we sure can't go if she's not.
Oh, yeah, no, she's in Boston. We can.
And why aren't you living with your sire? Just out of curiosity.
I had my own place. I learned quick. And the thing is, she's not as lucid as I am. And so
Says the man
she
who
needs-
sees things in the screen.
I'm well aware of the fact that some of the things I see might not be real. Very, very difficult for me to hold on to what is right now. So please. She has a lot more difficulty than I do. I help out. She has other people that help her out, but she can't go out as often as I am. And I can't bring attention to her either.
Well, how about this? If you think visiting your sire is going to answer the number one question in Janet's mind right now, which is who shot the Bruja? Who done it?
She could help.
Then I say we give her a try. But we've got like T-minus less than 48 hours. And the sun's going to be rising soon. So...
Do you want to wait for Magpie to finish before you all leave?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you still
And the
got
question
another
is,
hour
do we even have time tonight?
You would have to go to the sire the next night.
Yeah.
But Leon could stay here, but I mean, we could stay at his internet cafe. It's not that far.
We do have another option. The twins aren't gone yet. They're packing their bags, but I could leave them to watch him.
Yeah, that would work too. You know, they wouldn't
go
touch
tonight.
him. You go tonight. Yeah, you could go tonight if you do
And
that.
he's locked in. He's basically locked in the basement regardless. They'll be able to handle him.
And like I said, he is wildly vulnerable. He ain't going anywhere.
I made the phone calls I needed, and the twins won't be gone until morning, so.
Did you share with David the notes of the timestamp stuff that you were like seeing and stuff too, just so David make sure he has all the info? Okay, great.
I hand David the notebook that I showed Janet.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Show him the photos and everything. Cool.
These were connected to the missing time when the Bruja got shot.
Audio file sync failure, so there was audio.
He was able to scrape audio data, yeah.
There's a gunshot. There's definitely a gunshot, even though it's, messed up from whatever they did to cut the time out and save themselves from being seen. They weren't able to get everything. And a gunshot's pretty easy to see. The other thing I heard were 2 heartbeats out of sync.
Mathis, if I were to play back my memory of the time I watched the woman get shot, would this be somewhat similar to that very shooter? Like, could I hear this in their voice? Like, was it intentional? I guess it's more of like an emotional ask. Like, am I emotionally intuitive enough to feel like it's not like a punishment as much as it's like someone looking out for?
I mean, the audio isn't like something he was able to scrape and like play. It was more audio like visuals and stuff. You don't hear.
No. I get that. I get that. What I'm asking is from the memory of the woman that I had, like when I was watching her get shot.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like it was a punishment to shoot the woman. It sounded like he was almost looking out for her because he said like, "This is for you, bud."
Yes. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So if I were to read this
into the voice, it was more, it was like, it was almost like a remorseful, like, it wasn't out of hatred or anything. There was definitely no hatred in the voice or anything like that. Or like, I'm here to, like, I'm anger at the woman he was shooting.
Sure. And knowing that, like knowing the perception of that emotion, would you be able to inject those same words into that tone and feel like there's a connection to that? Like, is that a thing? Because I feel like that's emotional intelligence and intuition as opposed to...
Inject tone into what, though? I guess I don't know where the connection is you're trying to make. My bad.
Sorry, had to, and always.
Oh, you're looking at the notes and you're looking at that. Yeah, I mean, you can fit a few tones into that. I would say... if I think like they said sorry as well when you you saw them, so that would probably jump out to you. There seems to be, I guess there's
a pattern. It's like pattern recognition.
Yeah, I guess they say if you were to see the two, and obviously it's just 2 examples, but there does seem to be I guess remorse. I know remorse is the word we're using, but it feels too strong,
right?
But yeah, in that tone of like, I don't necessarily, whoever it is doesn't necessarily want to, or is doing this because there's a better, like I said, looking out for somebody,
right? Or
whatever the reason is. But there never seems to be a fuck you, I hate you, whatever energy to like whatever these killings have been.
It's probably a really interesting correlation to David because Leon didn't hear exactly what David said in regards to the first shooting. So because Leon doesn't know that, it's not like he fabricated this, and it feels like it leaps out more. I feel like it would leap out more to David in that regard. So Because of that, I feel like there is that connection, but I don't know if David's gonna know how to speak. I think he would probably, like, in a moment of confusion, just be like, "I think that is the man with the gun, Janet."
Well, yeah, honey. That's the point. We're trying to figure out who the man is.
But why would he apologize twice?
Well, it could be because he took a life both times.
Before, when I saw him, I saw his hands and I saw the gun.
Were they human?
Yes, they were not like my hands.
All right, here's what we're going to do. The twins are going to watch the bird in the basement. We're going to go see your sire before sunrise and be back here to stay soundly together overnight. Tomorrow morning, we're going to get up and go look at the new property. You're going to scope it, check it out, and see what the hell we need to do to avoid this happening again in the future.
Okay.
And maybe your sire will have some answers, can help us fill in, because as soon as I figure out who this is, retribution. I can taste it.
Well, that's all.
Speaking
yours.
of, does anybody want this meat pie? Because it's a little old.
I have no
Great.
appetite.
I scrape it into the garbage disposal.
We hear it slide off the plate and into the garbage disposal. And just as the garbage disposal whirs on, we can cut to black and take our break. And then we can come back and do the head over to the sire meeting.
All right. We will see y'all
We'll
after
see you in a
break.
few minutes. Yeah,
Be back shortly, guys.
stuff.
Everybody.
We are back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you got refilled all your drinks and stuff. Settle in for the last half of the show as we dive in. You guys wanted to wait, you said, until Magpie finishes. No, you're leaving the twins.
No,
You're
we're gonna
leaving
leave the twins to
behind?
watch him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be back before then.
Yeah. So are you all gonna drive in Leon's car?
That seems that seems least suspicious. I'm not happy about it, but I think that's a good idea.
This is the first time we're getting a real good look on the inside of your car. How well kept is your car, if at all? Is there trash everywhere? Like, as they walk in, is it a smell of like lingering cigarette smoke or anything? Like, what as we get in, I feel like the inside of one's vehicle can speak a lot about the individual themselves.
Yeah. The only rubbish you find is stuffed in the glove box, and it is like old cables and like one of those tins of travel sweets that is clearly several years old. And aside from that, it is not well kept, but it doesn't smell. It's just like clearly not a very comfortable space for him. But it's old. It's not a new car, so it's worn.
Does Janet make any remarks?
No, that would be rude.
It's almost like her silence is.
Though
more
I
telling.
will sit in the front seat.
It's probably a good idea.
We see David kind of scooch into the back as the car lurches a little bit as he sits and having to like shove over some stuff to make room for him. Plops himself down. Car roars up and extremely loud. And what kind of music immediately kicks on?
Oh, you're getting the full oh god, what's it called? Breakcore experience. Like drum and bass beats really, really fast with some synthy stuff going on over the top, and like weird random effects and things going. Like this is clearly I want to call it ADHD concentration music because anyone else could not concentrate to this, but clearly he's locked in.
I yell over. It's catchy.
Yeah.
Does David react to this music in any particular way?
I mean, it's noise to him.
I was like, do you like slowly like cover your ears because it's so like chaotic?
No, I feel as if he is still sort of less than excited about this hyper closed in feeling, and with the variety of things in the back that he's had to kind of meld himself into, it makes it even tighter space. So He probably like is healthily sitting in the middle with both of his hands on the doors on the inside, just waiting, like holding his breath, biding his time.
Have you told Janet your sire's name? Have you told David your sire's name at all?
No. So I'm gonna crank down the music a little bit. So
the one thing you so you still have to talk a little loud over the engine, but not screaming levels.
We're gonna go see Hattie. She is a really nice lady. I don't actually know how old she is, but I don't think she's
Hattie.
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 Yeah, I think it's short for Harriet. I guess.
How vintage.
I hadn't considered that. That is quite an old name. Maybe she is older than I think.
Is there anything else we should know? Because, if I was going to bring you to meet my sire, we would have a lot to talk about.
Actually, Janet, you're the only one who can make this role. An intelligence politics role. Just see if if you've even heard the name before.
All right. Sure.
She's not super influential or anything. It's just that.
Sure. I got 2 successes.
Yes, not a name you recognize.
Which tells me that they're not important.
Yeah, pretty much. You'll realize quickly that she's not in Boston proper. She's still part of the Boston Camarilla, but she's in a little town called Waltham, which is...
Can we go there?
It's 15 minutes away from Boston. It's like right outside.
But that's considered the city limits, right?
Yeah, it's still considered the domain of the Camarilla of New England.
You see that Janet probably gets a smidge nervy as we head to the outskirts of town.
Yeah. As you skirt out coming outside of Boston a bit on the highways.
We're getting close, right? Because
we're almost there. Look, I see you getting tense.
Why don't you want to live in the city? Just look with others around. Why just a little nerve-wracked. One of the very clear rules that we are under right now is that we cannot leave the city limits. So if we don't turn back in about 5 minutes, I'm getting out of the car.
I heard. She is very much under the management of the Camarilla, but you do not want her as a neighbor. She's not always with it. And you can have a perfectly nice conversation, but she might not remember it the next time you meet her, that kind of thing.
So see, this is what I was talking about. Important things that we should know before we go in to meet her. So she has a memory problem?
Sometimes, at specific times. It's almost like dementia. But on occasion, she is also known to get it's almost like, what do you call it? Not automatic writing, but automatic speaking. I forget what the woo-woo
like you're doing right now?
No. Supposedly some of it is prophetic.
Oh, great. Now we're going to add a prophecy to our problem.
Well, if she is with it, she will be really, really helpful.
And if she's not,
then we might just have a strange conversation. She's not going to try and stab you in the eye or something.
Answers, Leon. Janet wants answers. Not prophecies, not maybes.
If she's with it, you will get an answer as to whether she knows what's going on and can help.
Okay. Please tell me we're almost there.
We're coming up on her place now. It's like, she's
really
nice. You'll have a great time.
As you're driving out on the highways and you're watching the city kind of fall behind you, you do make your way out to signs that point to Waltham, which, like I said, is maybe 10 or 15 minutes outside of Boston proper. But as you make your way out there, you never actually move your way into the center of Waltham. You stay on the outer edges of Waltham until you hit a patch of nature where a little not cobble, but like a patchwork road that has been long abandoned leads to an old, abandoned, almost cliche mental hospital. One that was closed back in 1992. And as you drive up to the gates that are closed by a padlock there, obviously you would make sure that you would be arriving at a time where the security is not actively present there. But you have to park your car out right on the road out here, and you have to hop the fucking giant iron fence to get through. You would know specifically, Leon, that within the hospital itself. She actually dwells within the old hydrotherapy room, deep underground in the tunnel area, in the tunnel section.
Do you need a hand
throw
over?
the car in the park, the headlights go dim. You have a chained up fence in front of you in an old abandoned hospital built of brick and lost of any attention or care decades ago. Actually, Janet, you would know probably that like it was in the early 90s this place closed down.
Okay, I'm wearing designer shoes and a silk-lined suit. So no, I'm gonna have David, honey, would you be so kind as to lift me up and take me over the fence?
You would both probably notice that after the thrum of the engine dies, that there is a rhythmic knocking going on or like a notch noise in the back seat. And if you glance back, both of David's hands are pushed against the locking mechanism, and he's stemming. He's trying to focus on something that isn't this tight space where everything demands his attention.
I tap on the window. David, honey.
The head doesn't even move. The eyes turn to look in your direction.
Okay, I'll open the door like a child lock. I'm like, honey, it's time to get out. It's all quiet out here. Look. And I'm asking your permission to please lift me up and fly over the fence so that I don't have to climb. Leon can climb.
When you open the door, there is no like gentle nature about it. He births himself from the side of the car because he doesn't know how to step over the various things in the back seat.
You know, we work on things day by day. So exiting a car is on the list of things to master.
Janet, can we not fly back? That was a lot for me.
You want to fly back?
Everything was demanding my attention, but I cannot follow all of it.
Understood. Right now, the only thing I need you to focus on is getting you and me on the other side of that fence without requiring any physical activity from Janet Giannetti.
I understand. Yes, I will. Leon,
can we focus on that? And we're gonna find a new way home. And I kind of look at Leon like
his music was very distracting.
It is eclectic.
I am glad that
with that,
David
enjoys. Scoops up Janet when he says that, and with a couple of quick beats of his wings, you're lifted into the air, and a sudden jolt, the wind rushes into both of your faces, and it's almost like a long hop. You're in the air, you hover a bit as you come over the edges of the gate and land relatively gracefully. You didn't go very high in the air.
It is very, very handy.
Leon, go ahead and give me a dexterity athletics.
I'm not terrible at this, and I've done it a few times. None of this seems to bother him, by the way. Like this he's treating this, God damn it, as if this is extremely normal.
I mean, I'm assuming you don't want. Do you want to spend a willpower and reroll one?
I can't.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It takes a minute. You watch as he struggles and he struggles. Like you will get over the fence, but you slip a couple times. You have to catch yourself. You actually throw your backpack and try to hang it on the iron hook and miss it as it falls on the other side.
I could help you.
Nope. Shh, let's watch.
You're not even sure if you think David maybe said something, but you're too busy focusing. You're able to lift your leg up. You get one of your pant legs caught on one of the iron points at the very top and kind of have to tug it a bit. And when you do finally tug free, you slip and you just fall from the top to the floor on the other side, ungracefully and with a loud
Do you do this
thud.
every time you visit your sire?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
You seem to have had a lot of practice.
Well, thank you.
You got some dirt on your shoulder.
Oh, thank you.
And as he walks forward, maybe surprisingly, he actually doesn't start walking toward the actual hospital itself, but following an overgrown concrete walking path that leads behind the hospital to a security, or rather a maintenance shed, not a security shed, like a maintenance shed that quote unquote doesn't exist. That's all Leon says. We're just heading over to a maintenance shed that doesn't exist. As you make your way over, there is a maintenance shed that clearly exists. He opens the door, and there's nothing in here other than concrete floor and a rusted hatch that is sealed onto the ground. That you will need, it's been a while, you will need to actually pry this fucker open with a strength brawl check. You do have a crowbar, though. You did take, so I'll give you a +1 on that for the crowbar. I'm assuming you let Leon do it instead of David.
No, I mean, I would have had David do it, but I love this initiative from Leon, so I'm just watching him struggle.
He has to lead the way.
5's pretty good.
I mean?
Okay. Oh, 3.
Story's still good though. Like it's not like overwhelmingly saying like you don't really. It doesn't look like you even struggle all that much. You may have to wiggle it a couple times before you hear the rust crack and give way. And as it opens, you feel a waft of stale air that rushes up from the concrete tunnel that leads directly down into the tunnel systems that are underneath the mental hospital itself. And as you just, I imagine Leon kind of wordlessly just throws his backpack over his shoulder and starts going down the ladder.
Yep, turn on a torch. Let's go.
Descend into the tunnels, all three of you, one at a time.
Yep.
And what you see down here is what you would expect of a tunnel system from that's kind of been abandoned. Old concrete corridors, paint peeling off of the sides, yellow markers or arrows that might have pointed in a direction that you don't really know anymore. You kind of see thrown about both on the ground and shoved into corners, like old medical equipment just rusting away from decades of neglect. You actually see some like ripped or destroyed patient restraints that were bolted to some of the walls down here. But as you continue walking, it becomes very clear very quickly that all of that distraction dissipates when you can hear her voice bouncing around and echoing through the tunnels. You're not even sure what the words are said. You can just hear a woman's voice in the distance. And as you walk, you would actually notice, and Leon may pay no heed to any of this, but to Janet and David, you would notice arrows painted, like freshly painted on the walls in varying bright colors that are then with black paint X'd out, and then sometimes arrows painted in nonsensical directions, like diagonally to the left, or one arrow that points down, but then it says north on top of it. And there's some of them are crossed out, some of them are kind of brought together. It just looks like pure chaos. And you can hear, like I said, you can hear her talking in the distance as her voice just bounces around the tunnels almost endlessly, as though like it doesn't ever end or die off. It's always constant. Leon, unfazed, does Janet or David say anything, or they just kind of quietly follow?
Nope. I'm just gonna.
And you're just gonna follow away, Leon. You've just followed the voice as he walks, gets further, gets louder and louder until you eventually do reach the large kind of room that she keeps herself. Perhaps is the best way to describe. Would you like to describe how she looks, Josh, or would you like me to? We all have a picture in Discord as to what this woman looks like, but you're welcome to describe unless you want me.
I will post the reference photo that I have in our Discord and Pod by Night. But she is quite a gaunt woman with a very long face, you might say. Very pointy features and just the most striking jet black hair that goes straight down. She seems to be wearing extremely well kept, basically very plain clothes, but they're pristine, which is weird for this place.
Yeah, her clothing is like extremely clean.
Yeah, I think I covered everything.
Sure. As you walk around the corner, like I said, you see the long hair. But she also has a bit of a consistent moist or wetness that's with her. You see some of her hair clumped up a little bit in little wet strains. She walks barefoot with who knows how old stagnant water puddles scattered around where she walks. And in the giant kind of tunnel that she occupies, on the walls, you see old patient charts of random patients. You see bottles of old medication bottles lined on the floor in a neat row, organized from tallest to smallest. But if you were to take a glimpse at them, you would see some is filled with dirt, another one is filled with hair, one is filled with teeth, the other one is filled with pills, but they're all very random. And then you keep, and you keep walking in. Does Leon does he usually say anything to catch her attention, or does he just wait? Because she is, like you said, she's pacing back and forth, and you actually get good look at her face as you walk in, Janet and David. And like you said, other than the plane, there's those dark, distinctive black circles that no matter how the light hits her, always seems to maintain on her face consistently. And while her clothes are perfect, there is moist and wetness to her actual body that doesn't seem to translate to her clothes whatsoever. Her skin is a complete pitch white that stands contrast to her huge dark circles. And the way she moves as you look at her is very bird-like. Her head is constantly tilting very rapidly, kind of back and forth as she talks. Her hands are brought up, and they're always seemingly invisibly washing something, sometimes her own hands. Sometimes you see her wringing her hands in the air. At one point, she stops talking and looks down like somebody's there, and she looks like she's stroking something around her knee height. And then randomly, she seems to just freeze mid-motion, but continue speaking. Frozen like a statue, but babbling. As you get closer, you can actually hear some of the things that she's saying. But I apologize before I continue. Leon, did you say you do, or you wait?
So he turns around to the others. He's like, I think we caught her on a relatively good day.
And you hear her say, like, Tuesday's pills are crying again. Chart says no, but yes in November, which means tomorrow at 3:00, screaming, scheduled, but past due. And she continues.
He just kind of gently approaches her and he's like, Hattie, I'm here. Just like I said, I'd be back. And she like goes in for a hug.
And you hug her. You probably catch her attention and she turns to you, but she continues to talk even if you hug her. And to Janet and David, it doesn't even look like she's acknowledging him. Like he's hugging her, but she's not hugging back. And she keeps babbling. And he says things like, the doctor knows the water knows, and the water's always wrong. Knows what? How knows? Who knows how? I don't know. Oh, I had a child. I did have a child. You? And she looks down for a moment to Leon. And when she looks at Leon and you look at her and there's a genuine, like you look each other in the eyes, her entire posture changes. Her head stops darting around like a bird. She stands up very tall. Her hands rest by her side. And she gives a very pleasant, but just a gentle smile. She goes, oh, you're real. I can tell because, and she looks at your feet. Your feet are dripping. And my eyes haven't absorbed you from the light. And she looks past you, and then she leans in. Are they real too?
Yeah, they're my friends.
And she stands up, and she gives the same kind of gentle, pleasant smile to Janet and David, who are maybe a foot or two behind.
This is David, and this is Janet. And they both have questions about, well, who David is, but also who wants to hurt Janet. And we're kind of at a loss. And so I thought it was time that I came to see you.
She looks to Janet and David. Yeah, go ahead, Dot.
I whisper, the computer, see if she sees the thing.
After she says that, before you speak, she says to Janet and David, I am Hattie, was Hattie, will be Hattie, always Hattie. And that's probably when Janet kind of speaks in. And you would actually notice Leon look at his watch. And you look at the time, and it's about 3:17 a.m., we'll say. And you have approximately 5 to 10 more minutes, depending on the position of the moon and the clouds in the sky, of lucidity left with your sire. It's very particular times. Don't really understand why. She's never bothered to explain it. But here she stands lucid for another 5 or 10 minutes.
Leon found something on his computer, and we were wondering if you could help us decipher it.
I've been seeing things, and we've been trying to figure out who's on this. And while he's saying this, he's bringing up like the static and the waveforms and the sounds. It's like, only I've been able to see the message in this and hear things underneath this sound. And I was wondering whether it was connected to our clan or whether it was someone else messing with things that we know how to tap into. I'm at a loss. Do you see what's on this?
And as you show her the pictures and all of your notes, she would look at the pictures and then she would line up the pictures in a like a square, essentially. And she just kind of points at it and she just looks, as she lines them up, she says, do you see the ripple in the center that comes before the stone is thrown? And as you look at the papers on the ground, go ahead and make me a wits awareness, Leon.
Okay. Would heightened senses work for this?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Ooh,
2, and you can
2.
re-roll 2. Are you down to your last willpower? Did everybody
am-
also heal their willpower, by the way? We forgot to do that at the top.
I am down to my last willpower.
Oh, yeah, you could exhaust yourself on that. Damn, I don't, yeah. I mean, 2 is not,
Yeah.
it's normal difficulty. It's not like super difficult. I will, do you stick with it or no?
I'm gonna. Oh, I have a 10 in there. I'm gonna willpower reroll. Why not?
Okay. Give me 2 rerolls.
There we go. These
Hey.
two
Crit. You
success.
fucking crit. As she points and she gestures down to the paper, you look from her down to the paper, and our camera kind of follows in to see these zooms. And you hear her voice speak over as she continues. She says, "See here, in the chaos of it all, like, effect, teaching cause had happened. You see it, like the murdering murder.
There is someone in there.
Happening now, will happen, has always happened. The water knows. It ripples with truth."
Does it know who it is?
And it's like Janet's voice doesn't even phase her. She ignores and doesn't say anything. Does Leon say something?
They're sorry about it, but I never figured out why.
There's a moment, as you say that, she takes a breath, or reflexively takes a breath, even though she doesn't need to breathe. And you see her attention shift a bit, and you're seeing her eyes are having a hard time focusing. You realize how quickly you're starting to lose her, but in these moments, Leon, sometimes she speaks more truth than not, if you can understand what she's saying. And before she starts rambling into non-coherence, she simply says, "The new hospital admission is also discharged, came in through an exit. Lobe damage." And then she does that thing where she freezes like a statue, waits for a moment, and without moving, still frozen like that statue, she says, "The charge," they scream. "Confused, misunderstood, unknowable, forever." Her head tilts, her hands come up, and she begins to wash something that's not there.
I saw something for a minute. I'm sorry, Janet. I don't know if I can see who it is.
Old and new, same chart number. Computer error, filing error, time error, one person.
Okay. Can we track where they are sending it from, right? It's like a signal. It's got to be coming from somewhere. Can we trace it back?
Where did they come from? That's a great question.
I'm full of those, but I
She
don't have
sees-
answers.
When you say that, Leon, it's as though she responds, though you're not sure if it's even an answer to your question. You just hear her say it's like deja vu with more jaw damage.
That's one way of putting it. So they've been here before.
Then where before?
This moment. Right? Is that what I'm saying?
Ripples in the wave, a circle, echoes through time.
Okay.
The
Well,
water
since
tells the truth.
since she sees so much, have her peep through David and give us some information.
Oh yeah.
Thursday's medication makes the wall stop screaming.
Well, it sounds like it's working then. This is our friend David. He's very special.
Walls should scream when things break. Diagnostic chart says patient must complete circle before walls crack.
Hello, Hattie.
She looks, and as she's walking away, her hand stays still and reaches out and pats David on the head, even though the rest of her body is walking away. And then her arm obviously follows, not disjointed from her. But she, like, as though she's going to do something else, her hand has a mind of its own and pats David on the head.
Okay, so let's just. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I was just going to ask her. He wants to know where he's from as much as I do.
537.
That might be all you're getting.
Paradox resolves by becoming itself. The insurance won't cover this. You'll have to contact your care provider.
I do not know who my care provider is.
Oh.
The old and the young combine to make one.
Who is the old and who is the young?
She freezes for a while. If you're patient for a good minute or so.
Is she broken?
537.
537.
She waits.
Does that number mean anything to me?
Not off the
phone
top of your
number, an
head.
address.
Nobody's.
500.
Not immediately.
Hattie, what makes up David?
Your friend understands.
I do not understand 537.
The old and new touch tips. One begins, the other ends, all together. All at the same time, never beginning, never ending. A circle that ripples outward, the water knows.
Can the water explain to me where I can look then? Because it does not speak to me.
She again just begins rambling and walking back and forth.
Okay.
I think what he's asking is some guidance. He's kind of lost. I had you, but
1, 2, 3, old become one new itself. Past becomes present, it's irrelevant, though
Wait. Are you saying he's made of more than one thing? Like he's a conglomerate?
old and new, irrelevant, all become one. A circle that never ends, ripple outward, water knows all. 537. Rehearsal, rehearsal, rehearsal. Rehearsal, rehearsal, rehearsal. The stage is set. It begins, it ends. There is no beginning, there is no end. All at once, 537. The water knows.
Hattie, do you know anyone that knows me or who I was?
She stops moving, but her vocals never stop. You are unknowable, known from the past, not knowable now, new, old, dead, living, forgotten memories, present day, understanding. Diagnostic, terminal. Congratulations on a new birth. You're a mother. I'm sorry she's died.
the mother died. Wait, is his sire dead?
537, the water knows circles don't begin or end. Every circle unique, every circle hitting the same shore, every circle the same, finding novelty and exciting an experience that is never new.
Hattie, do you know who made me?
Who's his Hattie?
She would stop for a moment and look to you, Leon, when you say who is his Hattie, but she looks to you when you say your name, Hattie. How do I want to phrase this properly? The birth of something new requires no mother. I'm sorry for your loss. She passed peacefully. Congratulations on the new birth. They died for him. They died for her. They died for them. Death is never the end. There is no end. Circles are never ending. The water knows.
Am I the only one?
She then begins babbling about medical practice stuff that quite clearly is further detached from what she's been saying till now.
Well, seems pretty clear that you were made and not sired. You're all new, buddy.
I think that is something I was already aware of, but it helped me to accept this. Leon, I don't know how, but she fits here and not here at the same time.
And you look over to her and you hear her saying, just rehearsal, rehearsing, rehearsal, rehearsing. In the water, in the walls, the cockroaches run in circles. Your friend rehearses his own death.
She's safe here, and that's all I care about.
She's given me information that I do not know how to use. But I will keep it.
He dies, he must die. Without death, there is no loop, and the loop demands death. The loop never ends, no beginning, no end. Echoes. A ripple in the water. The water knows 537.
Well, I guess keep an eye out for 537.
Janet, how do I contact my care provider?
You know, honey, I wouldn't even know where to tell you to begin. But definitely not something we can do from down here.
No. Leon goes up to Hattie and like takes her hand, like whatever she's doing with her hand.
Healthcare provider always kills the patient.
Well, that's true enough, but he's stuck around for a little while, so we'll make sure he's okay. Thank you.
Contact your healthcare provider for coverage. Beware. Healthcare providers always kill their patient.
I'll talk to you later, okay? I'll come back.
And similar to the way she did David, well, both of her hands kind of just pat you on the head as she turns her head awkwardly to the side and begins to grab one of the charts on the walls and bends over and picks up a vial that holds the hair inside of it. And you see her open it, and you just see her stare into the bottle as she starts rambling.
I think she'll be okay for the evening. We should get back before sunrise.
What's in the bottle, David?
I look.
Oh, the one that she picked up? Hair. She pulls hair out of the bottle.
There's hair. There's hair.
Whose hair, honey? You don't have any, or at least not that color.
No, somebody. Yeah. This is just her bottle of hair.
Yeah,
I thought it was what was around his neck. I'm
no.
sorry.
No.
I
misunderstood. I was
me
like, she was
too.
thinking of a
Too many
bottle and
bottles. Yeah,
taking
too
the
many
hair
bottles
out.
around
She's
necks.
got like,
okay.
yeah, she's got like medical bottles that she's got, like pill bottles that she's got random shit in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even weirder.
She picks out the hair. She stares at it for a bit. You see her then begin to floss her teeth with it.
Strange.
I think it's I think that's our cue.
Yeah.
Does that mean the awkward like? And then Leon like,
Exit
right, I gotta
stage
leave
left.
you. I gotta leave
Yeah.
you out. Yeah.
I appreciate your help. I make sure to thank her for her time.
If you do, like, she actually, like, as you're beginning to thank her, she starts walking over to you as she picks up a bottle. She opens it. She pours out the random pills and takes one and places it in your hand. 3 of these every 3 hours. And she just pats you on your forehead.
Oh, thank you. The Valium, it doesn't work anymore.
As she just walks away, and you look down and you have a pink pill in your hand.
I take it.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything to you. It's not gonna do anything to you anyway. You're a kindred.
What's the worst that could happen? I'm losing my house.
As you do, you pop the pill. About 10 seconds later, you puke it back up.
Yeah, as soon as we get outside. Well,
yeah,
was worth a shot. Who knows?
I'm sorry, Janet, but the only cure for you is a lobotomy. Okay, let's go.
You're not the first man that's told me that. Except he died after.
Oh no.
Leon just walks to the car. We just kind of see him straight faced walking. You get back into the car and you start driving your way back to the home. Is there any conversation you all left frustratingly
I got
confused?
shit to say. Leon, as much as I appreciated the ride out to the suburbs, I have real concerns that's your sire. It has really enlightened my view of where you come from.
I'm curious, does Jana have the thought of like, how the hell did she get permission to sire anybody?
That all ran through my head while she was rambling stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Though it would not be polite to maybe let Leon in on my judgmental view of his siring. I understand now why she stays away from the general public. Probably a good choice. But let's go to her ramblings, right? Let's go. David, you like puzzles, right, honey?
I do.
Do you know anything about coded messages?
I have read a few of these, yes.
Okay. So in the mob, we tend to use words to cover for other words, right? It's a word replacement to assure that, if the cops are listening in, they don't show up at your front door. So instead of calling it guns, you might call it sandwiches, right? So let's just take for a second the mass amount of mumbo jumbo that came out of her mouth. And we try to look at it from a perspective as if maybe her words are a little confused. So, for example, healthcare provider maybe doesn't mean healthcare provider. What if it's a cover word for, say, your sire, David's sire?
I do not believe that it means my sire.
Could mean
Okay.
Jamaica, though.
Jamaica.
I think that the healthcare provider is a reflection of those seeking to cure what ails. And if I am to be cured, that means that I am to be sought after by what we believe is the Tremere.
Possibly. But you're getting the idea, right? That what if she was giving us the answers we were looking for, just not with the words we wanted to hear or words that we understood? We got to figure out her cipher, if you would. It's not technically a cipher, but her word replacement, right? She said three become one. David, if you are in fact three kindred in one, we can now confirm this information.
I think he might be three normal people in one. I don't know if they were kindred.
Well, then how did he become a kindred? He had to have some
Tremere
kind of
bullshit?
fight, Hell, I don't know. But we do know that unfortunately Jamaica may not have made it through the process. That she, mother, whoever, word replacement it is, didn't maybe make it through your creation. So whoever is hunting you, David, may not actually be Jamaica.
No, I think that is true. I think that is true what you have said.
Now, what the fuck is the water? What the water? She kept talking about the water and the ripples and the circle and the repeat and the fucking cyclical concept of life and death. I get it. So what? Somebody dies to bring David in. Okay, start of the circle. What? David's got to die to bring somebody back or to save somebody else? Like I don't get it.
Do I know if she has an obsession with water generally?
Not really. No, she's more has a what you've been able to gather is in her past life she was like a psychiatrist or a psychologist and very more of obsessed with that and medical like terminology, metaphor speaking. It just so happens she lives in the hydrotherapy room where it's moist constantly. The water metaphor is not something that she's often used. It's just a coincidence in this situation.
I mean,
if I were to read into it, she did say something that resonated with me when she said that the walls, they speak. And it's because I think that they remember. They leave imprints where we have been. And water, when you step into it, it creates a ripple. And a ripple is like an echo. Echoes are heard and felt. And if she is hearing and feeling what came before, something old and something new to make me. But I have had time to think about what that means to be old, because old to me is not very long. But what would old to someone like your sire be, Janet?
Wait. It would be the clans. A noble clan, a new clan, and an old clan.
It could mean that, yes.
Noble clan could be Ventral, dare I say Toreador. An old clan. There are clans that go way back.
Okay, so maybe you were made from three kindred. All right.
But to do that, they clearly were created into something new. So we won't even call them lost. They were recreated. But Jamaica didn't make it out of the process, the ritual or whatever it was, however she crafted you. But let's talk about the number, okay? 537. Is it an address? Is it a locker number? Is it a shipping container? What comes in
The
numbers
water
of
knows.
threes?
The shipping. Maybe the water is the dock. Maybe we can find more there.
Does it match the number we were given originally, Mathis, way back when? 537?
As you look, disappointingly, no.
Like 537. 537. They're all odd numbers. You know, I'm a financial whiz. I should any Fibonacci numbers, any mathematical equations they use that use that? 537. 537. Letters of the alphabet? Doesn't make any sense, right? This is way above my pay grade. I'm just supposed to make suits and launder money.
Sorry.
You're not even sure if it means anything, Leon. It very well may. She said it a lot.
We have a lot of clues, and some of them will be useful now.
But
some of
what
them
they
will be
still
useful
haven't
later.
told us is who is tracking David. It's very clear, regardless of what we all think, that this person showing up and shooting people in the face over and over again is trying to keep David a secret. And the one thing we kind of haven't told you, Leon, is we're also now indebted to a Tremere. We have to help him find his missing package from the docks.
Oh my god. Can you not just make something up? We know where the boxes are.
They don't know. Shh. They don't know that.
We don't know where the boxes are.
We don't know what happened. So I have a feeling we're going to end up having to retrace our steps. And, David's not really a great liar.
Is there a Camarilla Bible?
Give me an intelligence occult roll, the other two of you. Because the answer is technically yes, but it's a book that is impossible to get a complete copy of.
I don't foresee this. Oh, I got 3 successes.
You would have heard the name of the book. It's what's this called? The book is it the Book of Cain?
Book of Nod.
Book of Nod. That's what it is. You know the Book of Nod. You've heard of it, legends of it. You've maybe even read an excerpt of it somewhere once by somewhere copying it. But
technically, there is written history, and technically it's supposed to exist somewhere, but you're not gonna be able to get your hands on a copy. There's not like a special kindred library. Well, not that I have access to, anyways.
What are the recognized clans by the Camarilla in order?
The clans that are in
Like
the Camarilla, or just all
in
of them?
Boston or in general?
If I were to ask the prince to dictate to me what the named and recognized clans by the Camarilla Bible would be, do you know them in order?
Tremere would not be in there, I don't think.
Yes. Tremere is not on the list, honey.
If
If that's what you're asking.
I have it. Hang on, I just gotta look.
Okay, I mean I could do it in order if you want.
In order of what?
Like alphabetical or
I
by
feel like there is-
status.
There's something important about 537. Not that it necessarily has to be 537, but there were 3. You said something old, something new, and something noble.
5-3 on the list? I don't know if there's a list, man. Like, people definitely have a list in their heads, but that's not going to be the same.
There's 6 tenants, right? So that won't work. 537. 537.
The 5th clan, the 3rd, and the 7th is what you're like looking for, right?
I'm just trying to find a pattern, and it's oftentimes the most simple.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, there are 13. I know that much.
I mean, and there is no official listing of their number priority, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, we could. Okay, let's do it alphabetically. Give me a sec.
You're driving. What are you doing? No, you're driving. Get us home.
No, I can text and drive.
No, you cannot.
He's like
You
one hand on the wheel, one on the phone.
Okay, all right. Pull the car over and I'll drive us home, this hunk of junk.
Hey.
Plus, I'll get us there faster anyways. Pull over.
Yeah, okay. We swap over.
It's like it's also just a 30-minute drive back to the house. You could just wait till you get back there.
No, this can't wait.
Okay,
All right.
and I'll take over the driving.
Okay, the 5th would be the Hakata.
Alphabetically.
Alphabetically, it goes Bana Hakim, Bruja, Gangrel Katif.
Well, none of those really match the noble, new, old vibe.
I mean, Elspeth's sire was pretty noble. No, they are new. They are new.
Oh,
Their
they're
entire
the
premise is that they're
the new clan.
new.
Okay. Okay. I like this. So an old clan would be one of the first ones, and a noble clan would be what?
I don't know my
one of the high clans.
history.
Okay, well we're talking it
Clan
out
Ventru?
here, and I like honk the horn. It's like, get out of the way, fucker!
And you see somebody just flipping you off on the other side from.
I had the right of way.
What are you talking about? You fucking get out of the goddamn way, fucking stupid asshole.
Seventh alphabetically is Nosferatu. You are not a Nosferatu. Let's just get that out of the way.
So okay, what else you got? We need an old clan.
Gangrel. Old? Old. Which were the old ones that she was talking about? Like Tremere, not old.
Could be.
It was like my
Roha,
clan's not old.
Ventru.
Samitsi. Are they old?
They're called the oldest. Well, I know you know that, but would Janet would know that. Janet would probably know that. They're called
the old clan.
Oh.
Okay.
Occam's stone man over here, I think.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. A little flesh changing, little chameleon action. Okay, so it falls into flesh crafting. That makes sense. And so what we're saying that
was that? Oh God, yeah, they do that, don't
they? So we've got the old clan. The new clan we're saying is the same as Elspeth.
Carter.
What about the noble clan?
Noble in what sense? Because
I
don't know any noble vampires.
I would immediately lean Ventru, but
what are the high clans?
Ventru, Toreador. There's one more, right? That's considered a high clan. It's
high clans are considered. There's a few of them. High clans are Bruja, Lasombra.
I don't count them because they're not accepted in the city right now.
Ventru, yeah. Zamitsi are considered a high clan.
But old clan fits them better.
Which of them are nobles or rulers or controllers?
Well, in so many words, you might be hinting at the Ventru, but based on your artistic capabilities, honey, I'm gonna lean Toreador.
Are there other makers and creators?
Nope. No, honey. We're literally figuring the riddle out as we go. So if it's true that these three clans came together into one to make David, you're not really like anything else. And the question is, if in fact Jamaica did not survive your creation, who knew about it and who's after you? Why? Why is somebody cleaning up the messes and the breadcrumb trail that leads back to David? And why do they still fucking care about it now that the prince has accepted you into the city? These are the questions we don't have answers to.
And then you have high points in academics.
I do. Not academics.
I have 1 point in academics and a specialization in forensics.
I have 2 in academics with a specialization in art history.
I think art history would actually apply.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which I know is very bizarre. But your specialty would not apply, Leon. But you can also make me an intelligence education check. This is a high roll.
Okay.
I'm not going to get this.
I'm going to rouse.
Willpower.
I am not. I get a little hungrier trying to drum the depths. All right. So you said academics, intelligence?
Mm-hmm. Your specialty added.
Yeah.
Sweet. Love that for
Leon,
me.
How much does Rousing the Blood add?
unfortunate, dude.
2.
That's 2. Yep.
Oh,
So you have a
this
total
isn't.
of additional 3 with
This,
the
yeah, this
specialty.
isn't a bad roll for me.
Good.
And I have all of my willpower.
You messy crit, which is
And
beautiful.
I can
and you
roll
could reroll 2
2
if you want.
So 5 messy crit for those
Yeah,
listening via
I think he's
audio.
rolling.
with
We
2
had
more
2 more
successes.
successes,
So
so
that's-
5. That's 7.
7.
7 successes. Okay. You're thinking of the number. Messy critical. Did we? No, we didn't. So I'll worry about that later. How does this come to you? There's just this gut, not gut. It's a thought that pops up. 537. They're going through so many different possibilities what this could mean, and as David himself has said earlier, sometimes it's the simplest answer. What if 537 is a year? As you think, there were
Year.
Honestly, I
don't
thought
know if
that,
any
but
part of you knows.
there's no way for me to. I don't even know what year it is right now in game.
20XX, like
Sure.
modern day, quote.
But like, what does it
you know
mean to
what I mean?
David at all? He doesn't know.
Right, exactly that. Like, so, like, yeah, 537. God, I don't know what else I could tell you because like I don't want to just give you.
If it is not related to the clans, then something maybe significant happened either 537 years ago or in the year 537.
Well, whatever it
37 years
is,
ago
it wouldn't be in
versus
America.
1500.
It would be if, well, for most kindred, we're thinking like European history now, right? 537.
The
I'm
real
trying to
question
think. I'm
is
looking
the,
something up. Yeah,
the
sorry. go ahead.
only clan I know that would have even an inkling of the kind of power to do what we're talking about requires blood magic. And there's only one clan that can do it. They're also the clan that is hunting our friend. At least we believe. If nothing else, Elspeth's sire told us, and if we're going down to listening to the sire train, that we should
Oh,
not.
Jesus Christ. I just remembered something. There's no way. There's not this correlation. That's silly. That's silly if that's the case.
I'm listening, homie.
Historically, based on reading, 537 is significant. I don't know how it loops into this because I don't know vampire history that well, but it's the fall of Avalon. It's the fall of Avalon, and that's significant because it is the marked end of the year of Merlin, when Merlin dies.
True.
Oh my God, you're right. Leon wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
Jenna wouldn't know that either.
There's also
How that works in World of Darkness, I don't know, but
how many successes did you roll? 7 was it?
seven successes.
7 successes. I would say. Oh, your character doesn't know the name. Fuck. How do I give you this information without it being like bizarrely on the nose? There's this weird. Oh goddamn.
Oh my.
How would you look this up? How would you look this up? Because it's kindred lore specifically, but history. It's specifically kindred historical lore.
God. Yeah, kindred historical lore, I can only do above board, like above game table,
Yeah.
whatever. So
No, and none of you are. Yeah, 537. I just say, for now, it's a year. It's a year. It has to
Okay.
do with the year 537. Is what I give Bub. He doesn't know why he knows this. David just does. He's like, no, it's simpler than that. It's a year. Something in your gut. It just says, no, it's a year.
That being said, we've been told the worst that we can do is allow this poor guy, David, to get into Tremere hands.
I would allow you. Fuck, sorry, Leon. When you get back, when you have a computer, I would allow you a single intelligence technology roll to use your online dark web contacts. But that is an exceptionally high roll I'm looking for.
Oh God. I've screwed myself with the willpower then, haven't I?
I mean, yeah. Well, you could exhaust yourself if you lose your last willpower. You exhaust
You
yourself.
could rouse
have.
first.
Oh, that's right. You're already exhausted. So fuck it. What happens when you lose 0? Do you go to 0? You don't go totally.
No, you just lose 2 dice to any
Yeah.
mental or social roll,
Mentals. Yep.
which he was
Yeah.
great at before. But
Yeah, you're fine though. You'll be fine. It's just I would allow that. If Betty was
Okay.
here, I maybe would allow her a streetwise or something. But yeah, I would say that's the only other option I would give you right now is technology.
Okay,
Google it.
so let's go with the idea that this is a year. If this is what David's instincts telling him, so far so good. That's a long fucking time ago.
Hmm.
And if you're talking clans, like just to give you a connection, not that the connection's true, a lot of the high clans, Bruja, Toreador, Ventru, all go back to pre these times. They've been around that long. Tremere are the new, well, technically, no, God, are like the newest, but like of the original 13, they were the newest. But what year was that? Was it Dark Ages?
The Dark Ages don't happen
yes.
till 10.
Right. So before
it's-
Tremere, the year would be before the Tremere even existed.
That's correct.
Yeah, so
Tremere-
Dark Ages, I believe, above table, Tremere did their ritual initially in the 1100s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
might
I'm
be
looking it
wrong.
up right now.
That's correct. Technically the Dark Ages ended in the 10th century,
Yeah.
which would be the 1100, right?
1037.
It started. Yeah,
is when
1030.
they did
So
it. So, yeah.
okay, so 10th century. It started in the 5th century, I think.
Yeah, the thing that didn't happen canonically in our game right now is about 100 years after that, the first gargoyle was created. But that is not in our history books because that didn't happen in canon. But that
In
was
our
about
canon.
100 years afterwards. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We're almost home. If I could have a headache, I would have a headache. I say we all just kind of pump the brakes, take a moment, reevaluate our situation. I've got things to pack. You've got things to pack. We've got to move a half-dead Bruja body across town without anybody noticing. And I gotta do it. And I need to say goodbye to my sons tonight. So I say let's put the riddles to rest. Let's simmer on the information. Leon, maybe we can continue
Uh-huh.
at another time
Oh,
tomorrow.
sure. Yeah, I can
David?
stick around.
Since this is maybe your last night or two in the library, you could use some of your well-honed research capabilities to see if there just happens to be anything in the library that could help us at the house.
I'll have a look. I'm very tired. But yeah, sure.
I will try.
Yeah, David can search the library. And like I said, it doesn't have to happen today. In fact, I'm going to eat the rest of the livers in the freezer, clear those out, get rid of the leftovers, and then we'll be all fresh and new for tomorrow.
Is Leon going to wait to do the computer thing till the next day?
I think he probably would, yes.
Plus, we need to go see if Magpie, survived his siphoning.
Oh, yeah.
You would walk in as you make your way into the home, and it seems like nothing went askew, nothing went awry. One brother is packing, the other is watching. They seem to have swapped shifts since you left and came back. But Magpie would go walk in, you'd see him still sitting there. Leon in particular, as you get closer, you would see, obviously all of you would see the blood is fully coating the wire all the way down to the hard drive. His eyes would still be rolled back to the whites, but you would see the black eyes are now, one of them has gone like BSOD. Like, it looks blue screen of death, but the other one is going, but it's even faster than the other one is going. You look and maybe track, like, it's hard for you to know if there's anything that went wrong, maybe the wire was loose or whatever. But if you were to guess there's something that went corrupt in the transfer, but it's still happening. It's going to take some time.
Has he lost too much blood?
No, he doesn't look like he lost any more blood, actually, as you look.
Okay, so that wasn't the complication.
No, it's probably ritual related.
I might have to admit that magic exists. I'm going to turn around to her boy who is on guard duty right now.
Boy.
And he's going to be like,
Boy.
you,
Mm-mm.
boy, did you touch this guy or the
Oh, he'd just go.
cable or anything?
He would shake his head. He wouldn't even make noise. He would just say,
Okay.
He wouldn't make noise. He
Good.
would just shake his head.
Y'all didn't come in the room or nothing. You stayed outside the door like I asked.
Yeah, they are exactly where you asked them to be when you got back.
They didn't even enter the room.
Something's gone partly wrong with his information transfer. It's still working, but like he broke something. Not him, but Magpie.
Well, I consider it a consequence to his actions. As long as I can still rip the information from him, willingly or not, doesn't really matter. I'm going to be honest with the both of yous, because, David, I promised I wouldn't lie to you. The reality that Magpie survives, not just this, but his time within, kindred life is very slim to none. In fact, more than likely he'll be used as a bargaining chip to get us out of trouble.
And that's fair. You should definitely use him that way. If he does survive, though, I would really like to compare notes with him, because if I can figure that out, and I can download people's memories and then search through them like it's a browser, that would be really helpful.
Or there's a secondary option, which is that when his memory is fully returned, corrupt or not, you could consider ghouling him.
Oh, yeah. I've never done that.
I have a feeling he might be useful, even though he used twigs and branches and stuff in his technology, and you could then coerce him into providing you more information when he's more amenable.
That's the thing where I feed a guy my blood, right?
That is how it works.
I wave my hand in front of his head.
Absolutely
Not
no
now.
response.
You can't feed him right now. He's plugged up.
His mouth is half open, and he's just like, takes a breath.
He probably should finish whatever he's doing. He said it's very anti-kindred. If we put your vitae in with his vitae, it could fuck the whole thing. When he gets up in the morning to probably heal, I don't know, the hole in his fucking head, you can feed him some of your blood and begin the process. But I thought, you taking him with you, keeping him safe until maybe we can leverage him might be beneficial. Plus, if his initial employer is pissed off that we've gotten the information, he's going to turn back up. And I want to know who the fuck he was that paid him to do all of this shit to David.
Why do you reckon he's called Magpie?
I don't know, because he's flighty like a bird? Because he likes to shit on the sidewalk? Fuck if I know.
Just wondering.
You want on that tense silence. I imagine you go your separate ways then.
I'm going to go see the boys out.
Okay.
If you don't want to say your goodbyes, this is the last time you get to see the twins. Just another thing I'm losing.
Aw. Bye, kids.
Oh, God.
Janet,
They just ignore you completely.
Yes, honey.
I'm really sorry that you are losing everything.
It's okay. You know what? Sometimes we have to lose everything to gain anything, right?
But that's not fair to you.
Well, I'll tell you something my mama once told me, which is that life, honey, it's not fair. I knew that from the beginning. And as Leon so pointed out, I made my choice. I didn't want to go to New York, but I did it anyways. I let you go to the door. Maybe I should have gone to the door. The point of the matter is we make our choices, and now there are consequences. So Janet Janetti, being the good Fintra that she is going to do exactly like her sire said and do exactly what the prince said, which is to fix this situation and to remain under the radar.
If I can help, please ask me.
I will. Tomorrow, when we go visit the location, I got a thought on how you can help out old Janet Janetti.
I'll go finish finding more books, if that is okay.
Please, take whatever you want.
You go your ways for the night. Night was long. You don't want to risk sunrise. And so, after you all go to the bed for the evening, unless there's anything else you want to do before the next evening, we can all rouse check for waking up the next day.
Nope. I think Janet just tells the boys that, they're going to go do whatever the families tell them to. They're going to work a proper job with the mafia, and they return once a month to the quarry. That's about it.
I am very hungry now.
Okay. You just don't go in the room with Magpie in it for right now.
That'd be fucking great.
Can I give you this list, Mathis? I was thinking about
Please
some of these books, and I would like to give you these books.
Sure.
I'll just DM the group. Keep going though. It's gonna take me a minute.
I was waiting for a dot to rouse. That's all. Is that a success or fail? Okay, cool.
Success.
Only David goes down in hunger. As you all wake up for the evening, I'm assuming before you even go to Janet's, you want to be at the computer cafe and do your work there and do your research there.
Yeah.
Leon? Okay.
Yeah, that would
So,
make
yeah.
my life easier.
The last shot at researching 537, at least for now, that you guys can think of is like online research, looking up the year, what have you. You can make me, and like you have access to some darknet contacts. So please go ahead and make me an intelligence technology roll. If you want to rouse the blood. And then if you want to use a willpower afterward, you can do that as well. What's your hunger at right now, Leon?
3. I'm doing okay. And I got 5 successes.
You did get, yeah, you would reroll only one of them.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. With 5 successes, there's nothing you can get kindred wise. Nothing that sticks out kindred wise for you, like in kindred history. I was looking,
which is probably a good thing, because if there was random kindred secrets on the internet,
I was thinking
them.
like you would have somebody that may have access to the ShrekNet who may be able to find that for you, but. Yeah, no, not with. I was looking for a higher number than 5. So yeah, nothing. You would make your way back to Janet's the next night. You know, everybody's kind of picking up almost immediately as they wake up to get everything ready. You're on your last 24 hours or so of being here. As
imagine there's like we've got the moving truck at this point. That's like loading into one single moving truck is all we can take with us.
Yep. Leon shows up. Maybe disappointingly, like. You know, he's found nothing else online about the number 537 that he could find. Yeah, what does your night look like as you walk in and Leon kind of joins you guys? What is your night looking like specifically that you want to do here? Pack everything up. Get everything out of here.
Janet has already put the plan in place. The movers at this point, she doesn't know what the mafia is going to do with the house, if they're going to sell it, if they're going to repurpose it. So she's leaving most of it behind. Yes. It will be a small liquidation of like the fabrics and stuff downstairs. But all in all, certain things are going. The books, David wanted some of her clothes, maybe a piece of furniture to like, and these movers are actively like coming up and down the stairs and loading things into the truck. Janet's got to figure out a way to move this brouhaha. And I don't have a good option for it. But when Leon gets there, she kind of gestures for him to come downstairs to the basement, which the movers have been told not to go in.
Okay. Yeah, sure. What do you need?
Oh, yeah. They would not be going in there.
I hope David's down there with us, because Janet would kind of convene and she says, oh, okay.
He's got the books, by the way. He's probably just holding them.
Oh, okay. We are... Gonna go check out the new location. The shipping containers are being delivered tonight along with the moving truck. What I don't have a good plan for is how the fuck we're gonna move this brouhaha.
Oh, I can do that.
Without being seen.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, praise be. How?
I can make it so no one can see him, then we can move him.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Great. I'm gonna use cash. Oh, wait. Do you have like a trolley?
I have I paid movers.
I'll get a trolley from them. I'm going to get a trolley from them. I'm going to put the body on the trolley, and then I'm going to use obfuscate to hide him.
So you can roll out of the basement actually through the shop, because there's a hidden door between the back of the shop and this basement area, and you would know that because you helped me set it up. So yeah, this is brilliant plan. I love this.
Okay. You move that all along rather easily. Just a good cover there.
I just have to do a rouse check, and much like many other things around Leon, it just disappears.
Before we move on to the next bit, David is at 4 hunger. Does he bring this up, and do we want to get this taken care of now? Because there is a frenzy roll we will have to manage.
I think it manifests differently on everybody, right?
Of course. The hunger would be just unignorable. However it is that it gets to David, it just refuses to be let go of.
When you said earlier, the first time you fed, that the sort of like the natural like predatory instincts kicked in, and he was more charismatic, and he leaned into it outside of his normal self. What would you say if you had to guess as a storyteller and you had to paint a picture? What do you think that would look like as David's hunger begins to kind of like wane on him?
Well, like I said at the time, that was because you gave into the beastly urge. That thoroughly depends on if you decide to give into your beast and let the beast hunt for you. An active, willful decision to let your conscious, who you are now, kind of step back and let whatever this urge is that desires to feed to step forward. It's you could try, but David could try to actively mimic that, but it would be very much David trying to mimic it unless, oh, this is natural. And there's a reason for that. Not one that David would understand right now, of course.
I think
like he maybe even searches for it, and there's no like, you don't feel a confidence that rises. You don't feel like when you carried yourself in that confidence, there was like a feeling of like it was you, but it was like, I don't know. I mean, the closest approximation I can use is channeling in a way of like this. It's still you. You have, but it was not you at the same time. It was something, a different part of you.
Right. Then if it doesn't like really manifest over him, like some people, like with Ollie got the shakes, right? You see some kind of like fiend, like an addict, where they kind of like itch and have a craving. I think
for David, the way I would say it manifests is there's an urge to relax and let go, to stop trying so hard to be in control of whatever, and to kind of mentally and psychologically just let go and take a breath and take a back seat and learn a little or observe. There's just like, it's less of an itch and more of a desire to like, I want to stop piloting the Ava, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, I want to disassociate, an urge to disassociate.
Got it. Then I think if he recalls how to get back to that location that he fed last time, not the park, but where we discussed that there was like maybe a petting zoo. I think he might convince, right, that the others that he's going to try to go feed.
You can go feed on an animal and see if that works.
Yeah,
it should.
It's sort of like a.
Are you telling us you're leaving to go feed or just going?
I think he just tells you because he's like, even if he's not as relenting to the beast, but he's kind of like letting it sort of slide up. He still feels like he's not off the hook and has to alert people where he's going. So,
I have found the books that I would like to keep, but I'm going to go feed, and I should not be very long.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure your books get in a box on the way to the quarry. Why don't you meet me and Leon there? Remember how to get there?
Yes, I think I do.
Do you need help?
I do not think that I need help. I do not know if I will cause a scene, but it's not like the animals will tell on me.
Well, that is a good point. Have fun.
And he does what he does. He just goes off.
Okay, now that we've got a plan for the Bruja, it's been moved out front, maybe into the back of Leon's car or something invisibly. When Leon comes back, David's gonna go, now we got to make a plan for, our leaky sink here. And I point at Magpie.
No, did you go into the basement?
Yeah, we're in the basement. That's where the Bruja's being kept.
When you see him in the basement, the plug is out of his head. His wound is scabbed over, but it's still there. The blood is kind of dried onto the floor at this point. And he looks visibly anxious.
How you feeling?
Oh yeah, I remember everything. I shouldn't remember everything. I shouldn't have made a copy. I should have forgot like I was asked. The person, if he fucking finds out, I'm gonna fucking die. You don't understand.
Janet Janetti is gonna keep you safe. In fact, I got a plan for you. The first thing you're gonna do is take your little shaking hand. You're gonna pick up a pen and you're gonna write that name on a piece of paper. Don't you dare fucking speak it out loud.
Okay.
Then you're gonna write any additional information you think would be beneficial to Janet Janetti in, acquiring the who, what, when, where, and why of your involvement in David's arrival.
Okay.
Write it down. Please.
Yeah. But like, I mean, what if you're not satisfied with the amount I know about?
Then we'll talk about it when you're done writing the first time around.
Okay. Got a pen, paper, pen. I got
Yes, of
paper.
course. Yes.
He grabs it.
Start writing. Go.
The first thing he writes is the individual's name. And the individual's name is one that I think you would recognize. Dejan Siaka. Or Sayaka. He's a Tremere. He may be the most powerful Tremere. Canonically, he eventually becomes Primogen of the Tremere in Boston, but that's through Swan Song, which I've never played, so I cannot tell you what's canon or whatnot, but I just know he's not Primogen in my game right now.
The next part, Magpie, is any additional information beyond his name.
And he starts writing very quickly, scrambling down, and you just see him write down very wealthy. Well, he puts very and then dollar signs after, and then he underneath he then writes threat and and then you see him go completely pale in the face for a minute as he goes to write the next bit, and he kind of pauses for a moment, takes like a breath. Watched him turn my pet inside out.
Okay. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Next
Didn't
question.
Touch pet magic.
I put a hand on Magpie to know that he's like not alone and to make sure he doesn't like get scared and bolt. But I look to Leon. Leon, is it normal for a Tremere to be able to turn something inside out?
You don't know.
Maybe. I'm a solid maybe.
Could have been considered rhetorical. I think what I'm trying to say is that's not a usual ability of a Tremere, yeah? That sounds like flesh crafting to me.
Oh God, I don't know.
Kind of, but there are rituals that can bend flesh.
That can do
Yeah,
other things. Okay.
It was it was more of him saying he threatened me with my life and showed me what he could do to me.
Now for the most important question to win all the beans here, Magpie. I want to know what this Tremere is interested in David.
He you see him visibly upset, and I assume he's writing what I'm saying essentially, but he basically just says I was told the night would likely come and go and I would see nobody, and then the money would arrive. But if somebody showed up, he described, and he gestures to David what David, or no, David's gone. He described what David looked like. I would show him the stone. The stone would go to him, and then I was to hand him over. David left on his own accord, though.
Okay.
As far as I know, the stone. As far as I know, the stone is still in him.
The stone.
Yeah, that's a different conversation for a different day. We're not going down the stone in the chest problem.
It's already that might even be the reason he's walking around. My own personal hypothesis, of course.
That's where that went.
Very, very valuable.
Where do you think it went? On my ass?
I don't know you, man.
I know you don't know me, Mr. Magic isn't real.
Magpie.
Oh, yeah.
Why would a kindred of such power be interested in you?
I mean, look at him. He's easily manipulated.
Tell me, Magpie, what makes you so very fucking valuable?
I'm super easily manipulated. I'm a nobody who has nothing. Money would shut me up in a heartbeat, and it did. I just had a spark of too big of an ego to make a backup copy of the thing he told me I should forget.
But you didn't really answer the question.
He can get rid of me. I don't know. I'm not involved, I would guess. I've watched a lot of crime movies.
But
you're not really special.
Magic, right?
Right.
Why is that useful to him if he can also do magic?
You're the one that put the stone in his chest, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but I didn't do any. That wasn't me. He gave me the stone. He said
David, the moment he got out of the box, was interested in finding you. Why is that?
I was the contingency plan. That's what he told me, that if something went wrong, he would seek me out in the location I had made for myself.
So David was programmed to find you.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
Interesting.
Where
All right,
was the
Magpie. Well, you've done a very, very good job. What was that, Leon?
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering, where was the shipment from?
We never got a location. In fact, I still have the paperwork that was turned over from. So I looked through. I don't know where it was from. We know kind of who received it and that it's a regular crate that comes in frequently. And we know for a fact that David wasn't the only goods on there. Remember?
No, it was a crate with
it was a larger
kindred
crate
shipments
that had other people's kindred. So look, I've been working up a little drawing here on my notepad trying to think this through, right? So we had both a Tremere and potentially Ventru shipment that came in the same freight, which means potentially these things are coming from the same place. Now, we don't know what was in the Ventru's box, right, Leon? You didn't look. Okay. But we know it was picked up by one of the Ventru Primogen schools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know the barks had the mark of the Giovanni on it, right? Was it the Giovanni or the Cappadocians? Cappadocians.
It was the Cappadocians.
Right?
We don't...
Yes.
Yes.
But you were informed by
David's.
Elspeth told you. Elspeth did tell you who they were. So
Elspeth
you know
told us that. Yeah. Okay. So some things are coming together here. I'm still trying to figure out exactly why the Hakadah wanted David to begin with and why Elspeth had the stone to begin with. But those are questions for another day. Magpie, you've done very, very well. You've done so well, in fact, that I'm not entirely convinced that you have been able to remember all the gruesome details of this event. And keeping you around as an asset could be very valuable to us.
What? I literally did that was literally photographic memory. I did a whole fucking magic ritual. That's all I remember. What else am I supposed to? He gave me a lot of money. I did what he told me to do.
I think you and Leon here can be really good friends.
No, you said I could stay in the city for a few months while my parents and stuff got resettled.
And you are.
And I could go back.
And you are. I'm going to make sure your parents continue to stay in a nice hotel, 3 square meals a day. You don't have to worry about that. What you are going to do is when all this is done and Janet Janetti has to go move to a new location, you're going to go with our dear friend Leon here, who has the technological dream abode, okay? Lots of cables, lots of shit for you to deal with, technology, and y'all are going to become best friends, right, Leon?
Oh, yeah. We're going to become real close besties. Because if I'm assuming you're not barred from the internet in any legal or practical sense, right? I have a ring of hackers that would love to meet you.
You'd be a celebrity.
I don't hack. I know computers, like I know technology well, but I don't hack.
I
don't
know,
hack.
but they do. We do.
Oh God.
How about this? You can come stay with me in a rock quarry where potentially your life would be on the line on a day-to-day basis. Or you can go with Leon and stay safely inside of his little technological abode. Your choice.
What if we gave my parents 2 square meals a day and I got a little apartment in the city and I can just stay here for a few months?
No.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'll stay with Leon.
Hey, see how easy that was?
Yeah. You're welcome.
You promise I'm going to get to go home and see my parents after all this is done.
I promise that you will be given the choice, but I have a feeling you're going to want to stay.
He looks to you, Leon. He's like, was that a threat? Like he looks genuinely confused, not like angry.
I mean,
you all talk to me like I'm like your pet hamster.
I think once you get to know us, you're going to like us.
Well, look, she talks.
I think that's called Stockholm Syndrome.
That's not a real thing.
I could eat you for dinner.
Yeah, neither is magic. I just sat there and shoved a wire into my fucking head for no reason.
Speaking of, would you like to maybe go ahead and heal your wounds?
Oh, yeah, I can help you with that if you want.
Leon could help you with that.
How?
What a great question, Magpie.
Vampire magic. And I'm going to take the box cutter and I'm going to put a hole in my wrist.
What are you doing? Oh, God. Oh, I hate the sight of blood.
Sorry, man. But if you want that to go away real quick, this is the thing that's going to help you.
What is? You hurting yourself in front of me? No, I don't feel better.
No.
You idiot. Go
Just
drink
put this
his
in your
blood.
mouth.
Drink the...
I know.
No,
I had to
I'll
get
just
used to it.
heal. What do you mean I have to get used to it? I'm just gonna live with you. Why do I need to?
I'm gonna use Melpomene to say,
Yeah.
get over there, like telling him to eat his dinner. Get over there and finish your dinner.
Is
Get
that
over there and drink his blood.
Is that the threatening, like scary
Yeah,
one?
the voice one. Yeah.
You want to get me manipulation, intimidation, please?
Sure.
I mean, you're gonna scare the shit out of him. Don't worry, he'll listen. But I'm just curious what you roll.
It's for your own good. Eat your dinner and your broccoli.
Angry mom, I got you.
Yeah, and I'll at least get the extra
Because you
presents
could roll
die.
all failures. It's very possible. It's very possible. The only chance he has.
I rolled 1, 2, 3 successes.
So you yell at him like a scolding mom, and like mid gag, he like tries to walk. Doesn't try. He kind of shambles over, inches his way, trying to half every distance every time he takes a little step until he's close enough where he has to. And I mean, it doesn't kill. It doesn't kill him. It is kind of against his will. But he'll do it. I'm gonna make a roll.
And again, I'm not trying to like force him because I actually can't do that. Technically, my voice, what does it say? It acts like daunt. Instead of attracting people, presence to repel them. In this case, becomes like that of a siren, able to entrance or terrify without the user having to be present. So in this case, like I could do it around a corner or something like that. But I am coercing him, and I say it again, it's good for your health.
Yeah, you're coercing him by using a discipline. I got it.
Yeah, it will heal the hole in your head, though maybe not your attitude.
I needed to crit in order to win. First, for him to not immediately throw up in his mouth a little bit. As he puts his lips to your wrist, you actually feel the warm, like trickle of like spittle vomit as he gags. The minute the blood touches his lips, you see him close his eyes, and you see him just like sweating profusely, and then he does eventually choke it down. A dot's worth, I'm assuming, right? Or does that even have, does it have to be a dot's worth for ghouling, or is it just a taste?
I'm actually not sure.
He just has to feed of the blood like once every 2 weeks or a month or something like that.
I think it's every night for 3 nights in a row.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can.
Ghoul form to stop, blah, 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 blah. I don't need that. Ghouling. I need ghouling, not the stats of a ghoul.
Yeah, but it has to be a full dot. Like he has to feed the full dot.
That's what. Yeah, if I saw you want to drop your hunger.
Should I go up 1 then?
Yeah, go down, drop a hunger by 1.
Cool.
And it wouldn't be like an immediate, like obvious, like, oh, I love you, like, because obviously that doesn't come to level 3, but level 1 is just like, I guess you're not that annoying, but I don't want to be here. I want to go home. Like, this is stupid. Yeah, so 3 nights, and then he will become a ghoul. I'm pretty sure is how it goes, but I'll look. And then after that, he gets a level 1 of your level 1 disciplines.
Cool.
Yeah. You just got to tell me, how many level 1 disciplines do you have?
I have Cloud Memory, Ensconce, which is like cash, but for things in your hand and for free, and Heightened Senses.
He seems like the heightened senses kind of man, but
I think it's whatever is your
the paranoia
one. But
that's true. He takes whatever the highest one is.
Okay, that would be either Cloud Memory or Ensconce, because I'm 2 at Dominate and Obfuscate.
Gotcha. Yeah, that
so
works.
Whichever the other 2.
Just want to, I know he stops aging. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, and then after that, it's once a month he needs to feed from you, which is fine. In order to use shit, he'll have to do that, which is all good. Yeah. All right, cool. So the first, like, and obviously it's not like, oh, I have powers immediately. He just takes a sip. He gets through it. He chokes through it. He's pale in the face. He holds back another couple gags and keeps it down. And as he does, and he finishes, like, can I just ask what is going to happen to me? It's like, why do I have to drink it?
Well, first off, the hole in your head will close.
It will heal your body. That's the most important thing.
And it would slowly be healing. That's it. You have like magical Jesus blood.
Sure.
I never thought of it that way, but sure, yeah.
It's limited like all great resources, but it'll make you feel better.
You can tell him about him being a ghoul if he keeps doing it, or
no? No,
God, no. Okay. No.
No, that is it. Clearly, Leon and I are on the same page here.
I debated doing it to Janet too, but then Leon, I need you to take a stain.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd be
I just set my
happy to
humanity
take
to
one.
10.
Okay, take a stain. Then you take a stain. Too.
Jay, I
You
mean,
were coercing him into
Janet's
it.
not a good person, y'all.
No, absolutely not.
Neither is
No,
Leon.
no, that's true. That's true. So you take a stain. He's like, okay. Oh God, that's so fucking weird. Blood that heals people? That makes no fucking sense.
How do you think we survive for ever?
You're invincible?
No, our blood just heals us all the time.
You're not invincible?
No, it's not
No.
invincibility, you dumbass. It's regeneration.
It's immortality. It's
Like
not
Wolverine?
Who?
Yeah, actually. Kind of like Wolverine.
Who is Wolverine?
He's a book character.
Yeah.
Oh, right, the one with the
book.
claws?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman in
yeah.
the movies. Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
You might have seen him in, what was it?
Oh,
Pride
I've
and
seen
Prejudice.
him.
Yeah, you have.
What? Wait, I don't understand.
He's in a few good movies. Don't worry about it.
You guys could like save humanity. Why are you guys so evil then? You have Jesus blood.
Evil?
What do you mean?
If we
Like, not you specifically, you, but like you as in your kind.
Okay,
says we're
let's
not?
for a moment imagine that vampires tried to save
That
humanity.
guy turned my pet inside fucking out. What do you mean?
I
This
didn't
whole
do
time
that.
you've threatened my life. Every inch of this has been underground mafia crime style. What are you talking about?
First off, don't speak poorly of the mafia. We take care of our own neighborhoods, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
2, I've only threatened your life one time. You didn't seem to like it very much, and it didn't do a lot of good, so I threatened your parents' life.
You have Alzheimer's? You definitely threatened my life more than once.
Solidly just one time. Your parents at least twice. Regardless, this isn't a negotiation.
You're making my point for me.
You're going with Leon. Leon.
Wait, stop. What if you walk away from all this? What if we like you guys? We could go out and like save the world or something.
Save
I
the
guess
world
you
in
could
what
say-
way? I don't
know. We could like
If
stop
a child
wars and
scuffs their
stuff.
knee, I'll make sure to feed
With
them my
our blood.
Okay?
You guys have superpowers. You have healing blood.
Magpie, you just turned a bunch of string and wax into magic. I would
Yeah.
say we are equally matched in this room in a whole variety of ways, which makes us a really special bunch, which is why you're not going anywhere.
You think you guys could snap me in half?
I would say that you have beneficial skills that Janet Jadetti does not have. Very recently, we learned Leon also does not have them. Neither does David.
You're like a good politician. You completely skipped my question. Why don't you just go be good guys?
We're
Wait,
trying.
I am a good guy. What are you talking about?
Oh God.
I have been trying really hard. You know what I used to do
I don't
as
want.
a
I know.
hacker?
You know what? What did you actually?
I did way more good while I was alive than since I've been dead. It's a whole horrifying clusterfuck down here.
Maybe we can qualify what is good.
It's
Okay, so like all the bad things that
Terrorism is a
your
strong
people are
word.
like doing, stop them.
Stop. What are we doing this so bad?
Well, I don't know. What are you doing with all the information I'm giving you?
We're trying to save our own skins, mostly.
I'm trying to protect David.
And David.
Then leave the city. It's easier.
We can't
Uh-huh.
leave the city, you dumbass. That's what I've been trying to tell you. We're locked
Why?
in. Because we got in trouble for going to New York to collect your ass.
Then let's tear the system down. Yeah,
As-
like
as
let's
much
be
as-
good guys.
I
That I
appreciate
am-
your punk rock attitude. It's what got
We'll
you in
talk about
trouble
that
in the
later.
first place. Maybe Leon can teach you some manners while he's at it.
What did I like fucking kill someone in a past life? Why am
What,
I
do you think
here?
this is bad karma or something, honey?
Yeah,
you ain't seen
maybe.
nothing yet. Stop complaining.
I'm not complaining. I'm scared out of my fucking wits.
You've spent 80% of the oxygen since coming to this place to complain.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Okay. Us being superheroes aside,
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're not so.
I will
Be.
Oh my God.
I will see what I can do, you know? But
Okay.
I'm
all
just
right.
one dude with a
Yeah.
certain amount of pints of blood in me. So
That's so gross, dude.
it's you get used
What
to
he's
it.
saying is our blood is a limited resource. The only way to get more of it is to drink from humans. It's a vicious cycle.
I could be like your Jesus battery, right? Like you
You
can
could
heal
be-
people with your
Now,
blood, and
see,
then you
Magpie,
drink.
that is
But that means we have to be
first great idea that you've had,
we have to
which
be good
tells
guys.
me that you and Leon need to work out a little deal. For now, we're going to go for a ride. So you're going to pack your shit, you're going to close your mouth, and you're going to get in the car.
I know condescending mother voice when I hear it.
If you're not careful, I'll be the last mother you have.
Hey, I'm sorry. And he goes and starts
Skedaddle.
packing his shit up.
It's okay. We're going to keep you safe. We're going to keep your parents safe. We're going to get this all over and done with. Let's go.
He
Now,
grabs the hard drive and like the wires and stuff, and he just tosses it in the trash.
Perfect. Fine. Whatever. Grab your stuff. Go to the car.
Okay. He grabs it.
Leon, let's take a quick drive so I can show you this location and what we're working with. And David will
Nice.
meet us there when he's done.
Yeah.
Which? Oh, go ahead. No, Leon, take away, please, if you're going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say, the only thing I found out about the year 537 is that the Ostrogoths sieged Rome. So I don't know how helpful that's going to be.
Sounds
Unless the
boring.
package is from Rome.
Yeah, I don't foresee that being the case. Okay, everybody, let's go. I'm tired of talking about it. Oh, this
Yeah.
pontificating makes me tired.
Let's go.
Yeah, and we cut over to where David is. Back at the petting zoo that you have been shown to and easily can get into by flying at this point. If you would like to make me a dexterity stealth check just for landing and being unseen from whatever meandering security may be around.
Sure. You said dex stealth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's not bad for me. 4 successes.
With 4 successes, you easily you're getting good at this. You've actually been, kind of flying every day for the past few days. And as you get used to like seeing the ground come up beneath you, getting the changing temperature and the winds themselves, realizing how high you are, you can start to be able to plunge down a little faster and land more gracefully every single time. And you do it again here. And even though that nagging hunger lingers, you're still able to focus enough where, it's very cinematic when we see your silhouette kind of just drop elegantly and the wings immediately wrap up behind you underneath your cloak. You move over to one of the animals, and there's just, you're just going to have to drink and make me a frenzy check. Is there any animal particular you go for? Is it a goat?
I feel like
There's
he's
so many goats
probably
at a petting
drawn
zoo.
to either goats or just sheep in general.
Yeah, that's where there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing you see is a goat with pretty big horns sleeping. You can dex stealth if you want to sneak up on him.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Now, you know what? That's not his hunting style. I think he would probably like go to them and then like sit, just kind of wait for them to be curious enough. I think goats are generally pretty curious creatures anyway.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You sit down, doesn't take long before hears you. You sit next close to him, probably sees you, maybe startled a little bit, gets up, and then kind of out of curiosity wanders over, looking for food that you may have in your hand that you do not have. But then he goes to immediately start chewing on your sleeve.
When he does that, I'm going to extend out the wing on whatever side he's on and just begin to bound it up around him and pull
So he
him
can't get
into.
away.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And as you bite and you sink, your fangs slide out from your gums and kind of natural secondary reaction, and they sink into the goat, and the goat kind of just goes relaxed. Make me your frenzy check, please.
Sure. Here we go. Resist frenzy. What's the DC on this?
I think it's 2 with the taste of blood.
Okay.
Which is exactly what you roll.
Resist a frenzy.
You feel the urge, but no. And the blood, you've had human blood now and animal blood. And animal blood it almost tastes kind of just like you're reminded that you're drinking blood. Like with human blood, there's an elegance, there's a sweetness. You can savor like levels of it, like a wine. With animal blood, it all just kind of tastes the same. And it's all just kind of dirty, almost tasting. But I don't know if David cares that much, honestly. It's not like he's a Ventrue. Yeah, exactly. So you drink with a goat, you're going to have less to feed from. You could drink down to 2 comfortably without killing the goat.
I will, and I will lay them down. Very gingerly.
Sleep. Yep.
And I, not being greedy, but trying to
will this away, I think he'll try to take from another goat or whatever there are in copious amount.
No, absolutely. There's like a bunch of goats and sheep. You just go to we'll say a sheep is nearby.
Yeah.
And go ahead and you don't have to make me a frenzy check this time at all. You don't need to make me any dex stealth check. You just feed one more point of hunger.
Yep.
And are down to 1.
Okay. Now that I'm kind of alone and I can't imagine that there's much in the way of like cameras, right? In particular, like the goats.
No, not in this little petting zoo that you have.
Affording like the space where there's a lot less noise, the brake core, all the added elements of the drive, and thinking about Hattie, which is still very befuddling to him, afforded the space in the privacy. And what Hattie said specifically about 537 and what he knows. If I were to sort of focus on that element, on that number, and I were to try to drum up like art in this moment, just to see what is significant about that year and to the body and to the mind.
I see where you're getting at. I would accept it under a certain cost and then a roll. The cost buys you the roll. The cost would be a willpower.
Got it.
And that will cost you the roll. And if you succeed the roll, there will be an additional cost and an additional roll to enact the art itself.
So you want the 3 dice off the willpower roll, or you just want the willpower point?
No, I'm just taking a willpower point off of you.
Got it. Sure.
What are you at for willpower at this point?
I have 3 remaining.
Okay. With the willpower, you want to, like you said, kind of reach back.
Knowing there's probably not much in the way of stone here, I think David would probably use the natural grit of his hand and sort of press into I'm guessing because it's petting zoo, they probably have that sheet, like that rolled sheet metal top.
Yeah.
Finding anything like that where he could just sort of grate or etch into it with the tip of his thumb or something like that.
Yeah, something to just to start, creating basically,
yes.
Whatever you can. What I want from you is in another intelligence academic specialty art role. The specialty art history role.
Okay.
The number I'm looking for is just going to come way down for what it was for the cost that you're paying here.
Got it. So academics, intelligence. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And pool size.
And you could rouse if you want.
I did.
Oh yeah, you did. I'm right there. 4, and you could willpower reroll 3, your maximum number of reroll.
Yeah, I will. That'll put me at 1 willpower.
Willpower to 2.
Yep. And I get 3 out of it. Nice.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, with 3 successes. Oh no, wait.
It didn't roll.
Okay, sorry.
I got 2 more successes, so that puts me at
2 more successes.
6.
That brings us to 6.
Yeah.
Okay. I will extract a single more cost. I want another rouse check out of you.
You are gonna put me at none left. Just another
rouse
point.
Check at least. No, rouse.
Another rouse. Okay.
I want a rouse check out of you.
Oof! I failed every rouse today.
You start. There's an image that comes to your mind. You allow yourself to find that flow state. That place of meditation, whether you're playing an instrument or drawing or writing. That place where it just feels like the world's creative energy is coming through you, and you are simply its instrument rather than the creator of it. And you allow yourself to, as you said, you took your thumb and you're looking at you took rolled up,
aluminum or something like that.
Aluminum, kind of flatten it out and start sketching on it with your thumb. And you just let it go. Shapes come, very blocky in nature at first. Details come in later. And it takes a while for you to even know what you're looking at. Actually, it takes until the entire work is done, which I would say takes you about, with 6 successes, which gives you the detail that I would want to give you, that probably is an hour or 2 of working on this thing. Let me get the exact name of this thing that I want for you.
Okay.
That you are going to be, I thought I had it open, but I guess I do not.
And I'm definitely going to take this with me, because whatever it is, it now has the awestrick to it. So it has that 1 dot of awe on it.
It is a beautiful image. And I'm going to give you the image of what it is of. Let's give you the Wikipedia page because I can put it in the chat so everybody can get it. Put it in the Discord chat. It's a beautiful image of the Hagia Sophia.
That's an above board. I know that that's now Istanbul, which was Constantinople.
In 537.
And it was completed. The Hagia Sophia was completed in 537. That's not David knowledge, but
no, it's not David knowledge. David knowledge is simply you drew this and you think you know the name of it. That's the Hagia Sophia, but you don't know really anything else. It's just like this came to you, and like I said, that you became the tool to the art.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, he has no idea really what this is. He just kind of has a name, and I've just drawn this essentially on the aluminum, right?
Yes, basically that. Yep. Yeah, 2D image of that.
Well, he probably mutters something to the effect of,
"I shouldn't leave, Janet. Janet will be upset that I am late."
You roll it up. Your wings spread.
I'm gonna feed again before I go because
go to another sheep. Take 2 points. Down to 1. Now you're surrounded. There's some sheep that are really sick tomorrow, and they are not going to understand why. Luckily, there's like the only security is at the gate of this place, and he's probably watching TV on his phone. So you feed to 1. Your wings spread out in the moonlight, and we see a couple flaps as you take off with this thing under your arm. And as you arrive at the quarry, you will have seen that it seems that Janet and Leon have both just seemingly arrived. You can see the door being shut behind Leon as they both are walking out at the edge of the entrance to the quarry itself. This large, empty, utterly unbeautiful place. And as you and Leon, Janet, walk up to the edge, the shadow of his wings would kind of cast over you. And as you look up, you would see him coming down and lands rather gracefully. You've noted the improvement over just days. He's getting very good and very used to flying. But you note he has a giant piece of aluminum rolled up under his arm.
I feel much better.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Welcome home.
Have you seen Disney?
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
There's a... You remind me of a guy called The Hunchback of Notre Dame. In a good way.
That is a book. I am familiar with this book.
That's actually true.
But the Disney version's better, probably.
It has music.
It has music. You'd like it.
We can deal with that when we all have a TV screen again. Until then, we're living in this quarry. David, you got 1 or 3 storage units to pick from, honey. Which container do you want?
I am indifferent. Wherever you place me, I will stay.
Okay.
Janet, do you know what this is? And
he unrolls it randomly. Yeah.
Aluminum foil? What is it?
A turn.
As you look in the moonlight
light.
glints. Yeah, and you can see the little indentations as it catches moonlight of where his thumb traced through it.
Well, it's
pretty
very
detailed
nice.
for thumb drawing. What's your points in academics, Janet?
None.
None? You don't recognize it. Leon, do you have points in academics at all?
I do. I've got 1 point in academics.
It takes you a hot second, but you're like, hey, isn't that castle out in Istanbul?
Yeah, that's like a famous...
Is that what it is called now? I apologize.
This is the... My mind is telling me that it is the Hagia Sophia.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how nice.
It is a church, or it was a church.
Like Notre Dame.
Yes, but it completed, or it was destroyed, I don't remember which, in 537.
The Hagia Sophia was destroyed in 537?
Or it was finished. I don't know.
Okay, well, that is a piece of information I'm sure historical we can look up in a book somewhere. Until then, I'd like to walk the ground and show you what we're working with, Leon. David, part of the deal of you getting to stay here and use as much rock as you want to carve whatever you want is that you are our eyes in the sky. Occasionally, we may have a late night delivery. I request that nobody but me speaks to the delivery driver to keep you all safe. And then, other than that, you got to let us know if somebody's coming, because you can't just roll up on the property. It's not, it's kind of big property. I want to know that they're coming. By day, it'll function like a regular quarry. By night, we'll.
I understand. I will not bother anyone.
Oh, I have zero doubts you're going to bother anybody, honey. And from what I understand, after acquiring this business, they're in some financial, or at least were in some financial trouble. They seem to be lacking a qualified artist to fulfill orders. Like a couple headstones, a statue for a garden. You wouldn't happen to know where I could find an artist that could fulfill those, would you, David?
I think I might, Janet. I would be happy to.
So.
Thank you.
I had a feeling we could put your fingers to good use. Leon.
Does David actually giggle?
I mean, I think he probably probably smiles. Like he's starting to get jokes, and he knows that like half. Like it's what you said. It's word replacement. So like he's always seen sort of how Janet is. He's starting to recognize these things. It's been what, like, I don't know, a week and a half that they've been together.
It's been longer. It's been
We're like
you've
2
known
weeks.
Janet now for almost a month, I would say at this point.
Then I think it's safe to say that he realizes what you're trying to say.
I would be very happy to. Thank you.
I thought you would appreciate that. Leon, I want to be able to see every comings and going from this place. I want to know if somebody sets foot on it when they're not supposed to, and I want to know if somebody comes and goes after hours. I guess you could say it's a little different than the last place. It's going to be harder to lockbox it.
Yes. There's a very specific customer that I'm assuming has a relationship with technology that I have to look out for, but I will figure that out later. I will make sure your security
I
is
was about to say, for now, starting tomorrow night, or I guess daytime in 2 days, we'll start sleeping here. This is where you're going to have to find us now. Sorry, it's a little bit of a trek. David, we had a chat with Magpie, who's in the car waiting patiently. He's going to go stay with Leon for a while.
That is probably for the best.
That's what I thought. Keep him safe, and he and Leon have some
technology
interest in in common interest. We'll call it interest.
I'll keep him safe. Keep him happy.
Good.
Yeah.
And as there's like that awkward shuffling, and everybody kind of looks out to the quarry.
What's with the Hagia Sophia?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and you look out. Go ahead.
You know what else is in the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Some stone men.
More the stonemen like me.
Yeah, like you. They're called gargoyles.
Remember I showed you a picture in the book that one time? Except these sing and dance.
I do not think I will be singing and dancing.
Don't count yourself short, kid. You never know what you're capable of till you try.
Is it as good as a milkshake?
No, nothing's as good as a good milkshake, honey.
Can be.
Lies.
I will pass until proven otherwise.
Well, when I finally get a TV and maybe a way to play a movie, I'll see if I can acquire the Hunchback of Notre Dame Disney version.
But yeah, do you like that word?
Which word?
Gargoyle. But how does it sound in your mouth?
It sounds like Rolling Stones. Gargoyle. It feels weird. It's
Gargoyle
not bad, but it feels weird.
Oh, God. And on that, as we look over the quarry and they look upon their new home, we'll fade to black. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode. We're off to go do a mini-sode for Patreon. If you want mini-sodes.
Up for after show.
Yeah. Mini after show. Sorry.
It's like, don't say mini-sode because we're not recording a mini-sode.
No. That's what I call them, the thing in Chilluminati. My bad. We're going to go do an after show over at patreon.com/podbynight. Go check us out there. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back next week. Appreciate you. We love you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. All right.